Welcome to the Ram Network, where the fun never takes a rest. Oh yeah! Sports, pop culture, wrestling too. We got it all with the very best.
Hey, y'all.
Hi.
Hey,
Welcome
Hello.
in for the Ram Network presents SuperClash 1 or just SuperClash 85.
It's there's a lot going on here on this card. A lot to talk about too. I'm excited. There was a lot of things doing research on this show I did not expect. There's a lot of like hidden nuggets in this that I'm excited to discuss.
but tell us, TJs, tell us why we're doing this show.
Well, it's my idea for this show is we're in the lead up for WrestleMania. We're officially 1 week out from night one. And I originally wanted to just go back and watch some old WrestleManias, but I think that's boring because I do that every year. I wanted to watch each quote territories WrestleMania from past. So the AWA, this is their joint show they did for 4 or 5 years called SuperClash. You know, you had the Texas Stadium shows, and actually Poundwater discussed this earlier with me. We're going to watch a reunion arena show that had David Flair, or not David Flair, listen to me. They had David Von Erich on it. But you had
Versus Ric Flair.
Right. You had Starrcade was in there too, and we already picked Starrcade 86. The Skywalkers, or no, it's 87, excuse me. Starrcade 87. And there's just Moose says there was 4 Super Clashes, thank you. And I just thought this would be more interesting to discuss like a historic wrestling perspective and kind of see what else was going on in the world of wrestling outside of the WWF, who here in 85 is in firm control.
Well, let's take a look at the precursor to AEW with 13 matches
13.
on the card.
13.
Unfortunately, I can't read them. But I mean,
I have them listed.
But I don't.
Go for it.
I'm going to pull them off though because we got trivia.
We've got your opening match is Steve Regal versus Brad Ringens. Match
Not
2.
that Steve Regal.
No, not Lord. Tennessee. And then Candy Devine and Sherry Martel.
Mr. Electricity.
Mr. Electricity. Yes, more on that in a minute. Mil Mascaras and Buddy Roberts is match 3.
I can't wait.
I cannot wait to talk about that match. Match 4, Greg Gagne, Kurt Hennig, and Scott Hall take on Ray Stevens, Nick Bockwinkel, and Larry Zbyszko.
Man, 5 legends and Greg Gagne. Man, one match.
This is literally my first sentence of that match, Pyres. Here we have 5 of the greatest wrestlers to ever grace this world and Greg Gagne. So you read my mind. Now, if only they would have left it at that 6-man, because match 5 is Little Tokyo and Little T. Match 6, Jumbo Tsuruta, Giant Baba, and Junichiro Tenryu against Harley Race, Bill and Scott Irwin. Again, not a terrible 6-man. There's still a couple more to go.
I think they're recently unmasked as the Super Destroyers coming out of World Class.
Yes.
Yeah. Kerry Von Erich and Jimmy Garvin.
That's a banger that we've seen.
Yes.
We saw.
Crusher Khrushchev, Ivan, and Nikita Koloff against. Are you ready for this? The Crusher, Dick the Bruiser, and Baron Von Raschke in 1985.
Combined, those guys might be older than Palmwater.
They're going to be over in that. They're going to be over in that area, though.
Combined, the not Russian team combined is 163 years old. Again, I did research before this just so everyone knows. Match 9.
That is all that the people need to know.
That's correct. And for sure, they're over. We'll find out later. But match 9, Jerry Blackwell and Kamala in a $10,000 body slam match.
For those that may not know who Crusher Jerry Blackwell was, he was a very big man.
Yes.
A very athletic 400-plus pound man.
He was over as hell back in those days.
Yes, could throw a drop kick. I mean, he did not perform like the big man of the day.
Right.
He was the first Bam Bam Bigelow, I thought.
That's
fair.
I would call that apt, yeah. There's still 3 more matches to go. The Road Warriors and the Freebirds. I'm looking forward to that one, actually.
Nice.
Match 11, Sergeant Slaughter defend the America's title against Boris Zukov. And match 12, oh, I'm sorry, there's still 2 more. Ric Flair against Magnum TA for the NWA World title. And your main event is Rick Martel and Stan Hansen. So there's a lot to cover. So go ahead and go pull up your YouTube.
Who's the
for it.
defending champion?
Martel in
Rick
September
Martel.
of '85, Martel was the champion,
Okay.
and he was a great representative of the AWA.
I will
And
agree.
this was the beginning of the Stan Hansen feud.
Yes. So go to YouTube. You're going to search for AWA American Wrestling Association SuperClash 1 9-28-1985. I'm going to give you a couple seconds. And here's a little trick Efren taught me. Actually, when we used to do Type Guy Theater, was you don't ever want to start a countdown or a watch along at the time marker at 0. Because everyone's saying kind of starts at a different time. So I want everyone to move, when they get to the YouTube page, move your cursor to 13 seconds. That is where we'll start. Why 13? Right. Because that's the soonest it'll let me go. So usually I do 3 to 5 seconds, but we're going to do 13. Any final thoughts before we jump in here? By the way, 13 seconds in, I'm looking at Larry Nelson and Vern Gagne.
Also, the link is in the chat.
Yes.
The link is in the chat. The link is also in the episode description.
Yes. And actually, I need to while we're waiting, I got to redo our Instagram because I had to redo the window after Pondwater was there for some of this. I had a computer malfunction trying to get a DVD player to work on this, and it took my computer down. So now I have to redo everything because of that. I had to make a new Instagram video. So that is, give me just a second for that to go live. All right, we're live on Instagram.
Hi, Instagram.
Pyrus,
Hello!
this is your first kind of Ram Network live show outside of a pre-show. So why don't you give us the countdown to start AWA SuperClash, September 28th, 1985.
Of course, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
By the way, this is Chicago, Illinois. Comiskey Park is the venue for this show. Jen's So Vicious on Instagram joining us already. Hello, Jen. Longtime friend of the show. By the way, I did mention this earlier. So match 1 is Steve Regal. He's defending the light heavyweight title against Brad Ringens. Ringens getting a crack at the light heavyweight title despite being the fact he's 260 pounds. So good for him.
What do you think he's saying here?
I can't. I've never seen a Brad Ringens promo to make fun of this one.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's fair.
And there's Mr. Electricity himself. So my wife calls me too.
I don't believe you. Oh,
no,
this
There's
is
Bill Accurate ringside.
still Steve Regal sans beard.
Well, you know what happened the next day? The next day after the show, Steve Regal and Jim Garvin would beat the Road Warriors for the World Tag Team title.
Really?
Absolutely.
Freebirds softened them up.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Freebirds softened up. But the next night after this, the Garvin and Regal would beat the Road Warriors. And one of the very few jobs the Road Warriors did in that time.
They must have been on their way out of the territory.
Had to have been.
Or they must have been pissed off about their payoff from this show.
Oh. So for those who don't know the background of how this came to be. So WrestleMania had taken place 6 months previous to this show, almost to the day. And the territories, Jim Crockett's still a player. AWA here, despite losing a lot of talent to the WWF, still a player due to their television penetration and, essentially on major television from Minnesota to San Francisco for some weird reason. And we'd see a couple, we mentioned Von Erich and Jimmy Garvin, so world class is involved. You got some major players, but for the most part, the rest of them are dying off or have died off. So this is kind of a last-ditch effort to kind of band together in other Daves here. So this is their kind of their last ditch effort to compete with the WWF. It does not go well for several reasons.
Although they drew a good crowd. They drew a good crowd.
So the official, yes, we just started. So go ahead and jump in.
Don't give the attendance.
You don't want to give the attendance.
No, it's a trivia question.
Okay. So we need to post that immediately on this show. Hello, Mike Kolb. Jimmy, as a WWF guy since 1989, I'm going to respectfully disagree with that. Now that I've seen other stuff, no, it wasn't. The biggest, the best, well, let me rephrase that. The biggest, like the shiniest, the best produced, absolutely. The best. Well, here's the biggest problem with the WWF compared to everyone else. The WWF was the most consistently good, which is also important. They weren't always great, but they were always good.
I hate to be that guy, but who made the most money? Who's surviving right now?
WWF by a lot. So here's another thing I found was fun. So this show is under the banner. Dave is going to throw his laptop across the room. Is Pro Wrestling USA. So if you've never heard of that, that is Jim Crockett, AWA, and whoever, World Class, whoever else is involved.
Memphis as well.
Memphis, yeah. But I left out Memphis. Actually, Pondwater on top about this. Memphis is not represented on the show.
No.
The rest of them they are, but not here. So, and actually more on that. Pondwater had a very interesting conversation. We'll get into that here in a little bit. But Vern Gagne claimed that this show drew $200,000. Not bad. For 85, that's not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
Jim Crockett says it drew $288,000. Because of this difference in opinion on how much money this show drew, Jim Crockett started pulling his stars from the AWA shows and actually eventually canceled them. So this is the only SuperClash that Jim Crockett promotion appears on. And this is also, I believe, the only major show labeled under the Pro Wrestling USA banner.
Testing.
Testing. We hear you.
3.
Hey,
7.
Brad Riggins does not look to be that much bigger than.
No, he carries it well. And also, I say, despite weighing 260, that was his build weight I got off Wikipedia. So it's probably wrong.
I don't know when the
Definitely not a light heavyweight.
No.
I don't know when the Pro Wrestling USA banner fell, but I do know that in late December, when Stan Hansen, spoiler, when Stan Hansen beats Martel for the world title, the co-feature that I believe was Ric Flair and Nikita Koloff, or Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes. I know Ric Flair was on that show in the Meadowlands.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I know about the AWA?
Nothing.
Not dick.
Dave, are you ready to join us on YouTube yet?
Oh, am I supposed to go on YouTube?
Well, yeah, you can watch the show with us.
Oh, fuck off. Hold on.
We're at.
What's the URL? YouTube.com?
It's in the group
in
chat
the description,
or in the comments.
Well,
here.
I just typed in YouTube. I don't think that's going to work.
I hope that's something though. Can we make YouTube something?
Look at Brad Riggins with a cartwheel followed by a drop kick.
Yeah.
Did Regal
I
just
think he
no-sell
hurt
a
himself.
drop kick? Did Regal just no-sell a drop kick?
Yep.
Kind of looked like he did.
Are y'all already watching?
Yeah,
I would never tell you what. I would never in a million years no sell a Brad Riggins move because that guy was a badass mofo.
651, 652, 653.
Oh, I'm at 539.
Yeah, you got a full minute.
Well, now you're at 7, 701, 702.
703, 704, 705.
Look how good we work together.
707, 708.
Can you just do that? Just the rest of the show, just count.
I'm at 712.
Thank
13, 14.
So some more about these two guys, because again,
So is this Lord Steven Regal's dad?
Yes,
No,
it
it's
is.
Abe Vigoda, television fish from Barney Miller, refereeing this match.
Abe Vigoda. So I'm
Who
gonna
all's
guess,
in here with us? Who's watching with us?
We got Jen So Vicious on Instagram,
Oh,
longtime friend of the show.
what's up?
Little Jimmy Sorensen, Mike Kolb's here, Moose is here. We got the OGs are here. But
Savannah Bananas are live. I might watch that instead.
Come on,
I was-
this is AWA action, baby.
I watched a little bit of the Xfinity race before I started doing this.
I watched Kyle Larson lead like, what was it, 376 of 400 laps or something like that?
Yeah, it was a lot.
I went to the buffet, and I'm convinced that gluttony is going to be one of the seven deadlies that gets me.
Oh, gluttony.
Because, dude, I ate.
Did
I
you
ate
whore your
fried
neighbor's
chicken,
wife?
I ate baked chicken. I ate ribs. I had rutabagas. I had cabbage. I had turnip greens.
Did you say
I had-
rutabagas?
Rutabagas, yeah. I ate a lot of rutabagas. I mean, like we had I disrespected Walmart's bathroom. Oh God.
I disrespected Walmart's bathroom.
Dude, it's against the law to beat your crank in Walmart's bathroom.
Oh, I would say any bathroom that's not yours.
You guys remember the story where
I mean, if you do it at your mom's house, it's all right.
You guys remember the time a
Wouldn't be the
guy
first time.
like ate a breakfast burrito, went to Home Depot because he was a contractor, and walked
Yeah, and he
into
said, I'm going to blow this place
I'm
up.
gonna blow this bathroom up. And they called the bomb squad.
That's tremendous. So
Well-
my guess is as we're watching this show, we're gonna see a lot of people, a lot of wrestlers that most people are not familiar with. So let's do some background here on Brad Ringens and Steve Regal. Ringens had a cup of coffee and 2 stints with the WWF in 80 and 87. I don't remember him either time. Now, granted, in 1980, I was not born yet, but I have seen matches from 1980.
Oh,
claim to
those
fame-
terrible.
His claim to fame would be his career in New Japan, but that was cut short due to knee injuries, and he retired in 95. Regal, actually, I'm watching the primetime wrestling shows leading up to WrestleMania 3. I'm at the one before. I see Mr. Electricity, Steve Regal, in 1986 for like 4 matches,
Yeah,
and then he's gone. And that would be the last time you'd see him in the WWF. His longest tenured spot was Windy City Wrestling, where he stayed for 7 years
Mm.
and was their world champion for 619 days. He retired in 96.
I'm surprised it lasted that long.
Brad Reagans was a great trainer.
Hmm.
That's what his claim to fame would become.
Yeah,
being
I
the New
think that's
Japan
I think
trainer.
that's his importance in this in the industry.
And train JBL.
Yes. Actually, we got this comment right here. That's
Justin Hawk Bradshaw.
wow.
I just
got-
saw the new JBL Bradshaw at Target the other day.
Yeah, that's where I got it. It's
I should have bought it, but my wife has forbidden me from buying any more dolls, she says.
oh,
They're not-
I,
they're not-
I would have had
Well,
to
see,
do it.
Damn her.
That's what I
You're
say.
fu-
They're fucking action figures. They're
Well,
not
you're fine
dolls.
then because they're not dolls; they're action figures. So
My
you buy
wife
them
was
anyway.
going to let me have JBL and Rick Rude. I put
Okay,
Rick-
so I'm
and I
gonna
put
buy
Rick
it and
Rude
tell
back.
her I bought an action figure, not a doll, and we'll see how that works
It's
out.
JBL Barbie.
Oh. By the way, Dave, I told you I have the DVD for this. It's right here. Found that.
Get out.
I was at this.
Were you? But also, I have the VHS. It's beat up, but I have the actual VHS to this show.
Get out. Oh, I hate you for that. Although I love you, I hate you having that. I love that. Oh my god.
Box is a little beat up, but I got it. By the way, you guys are having a pretty decent match. I'm going to give them props for that. So you guys have your belts of stupid teams. I have the actual AWA belt.
I got the greatest belt of all time.
That's not true.
Oh. Who won your second Who won your second Super Bowl, Dave? Not you, Palmer. Oh, there's Regal.
Yeah.
There's Garvin. God damn him.
How are you going to have a run in the first match?
You know,
For
I
some-
don't know that if World Class helped produce this though,
Greatest
They-
belt ever.
They definitely have talent here.
because
the game event.
Well, what I'm saying is that Kerry Von Erich's booked on the show, but who else is there from World Class that was and currently in World Class at 85?
Is Garvin in World Class in 85?
No.
Ninja Destroyer 6.
Garvin left after Parade of Champions 84.
By the way, I remember watching an AWA show on Top Guy Theater. What show was it? Yes, I know it's a Blu-ray. They didn't make DVDs in 1985, Devin. I'm not trying to fool anybody.
We watched one on FFP.
Right.
It was like SuperClash 3, and it was just the audience noise.
No, that was just that was from a show from 1990. I don't remember what that was.
Oh yeah.
AWA.
Honestly,
Yeah, I can't tell what that was. I might have been SuperClash 5. You might be right because Tully Blanchard was on that show.
All right. We got Larry Nelson.
You remember Larry Nelson's
interviewing-
famous?
And I'm telling you, I had Brad Reagan's beat. I used an Olympic slam. I used an Olympic pull. I used an Olympic ring. I used Olympic everything. I used Olympic skill. And Jimmy Garvin hit him with some Olympic gold medal outside interference. That's all you need to know, Larry Nelson.
Well, you know what Larry Nelson's claim to fame is?
He got a DUI and led to Eric Bischoff becoming an announcer.
Exactly.
That's phenomenal.
Imagine that.
30 years of being a stellar announcer, and your legacy is you're the guy who got a Dewey, so Eric Bischoff became an announcer. Here we go. Promo for match 2. This is Sherry Martel and Candy Devine for the AWA Women's title. That's coming up next.
Sherry Martell's apparently strongly influenced by Count Chocula.
Oh.
Oh, really?
The studio audience did not like that joke. I liked it personally.
Tell you what, even back then, Sherry was ruled.
Oh, look,
tight.
it's Bonnie Blackstone.
Bonnie Blackstone.
It's
you know
Candy
what-
Divine.
What was interesting, I was watching the primetime wrestling leading into WrestleMania 3, and there was a show where, and again, this is a highlight show, so they didn't have to do this. And Reader Chatterton was a referee like in 4 different matches on that show. And they started kind of talking shit about her matches, and I'm now looking back at it now, I'm like, this is bizarre, to say the least.
There's a
They're
reason.
still fighting.
They're still going.
Oh,
It's Bedlam in the dugout area.
where is this?
Comiskey Park in
Comiskey
Chicago,
Park, Chicago,
Illinois.
yep.
That's the largest crowd they've ever had in that shithole.
So this is actually still the original Comiskey Park. This is not the new one.
It's still a shithole. No. Or at
We're not
least
arguing that.
the baseball is shit.
Well, I am a Cubs fan, so I'm not going to defend them, but they did win the World Series in 05.
Was that a grand slam?
A square belt. I've never seen it before in my adult life.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, in the immortal words of LL Cool J, I feel good about Candy.
Oh. It's a straight rectangle belt.
Although this was the first time I ever really got a good look at Sherry. This was the first time we ever wrestling fans as a nation, because this was all over Pro Wrestling Illustrated. So this was the first time we ever saw Sherry as a major player. So this is an important match.
Ooh, you know what would be cool if I could find this show on Laserdisc.
All right,
Oh,
TJ. I need you guys to get pen and paper.
Oh, you're doing this already? We got like 3 hours to go.
Yeah, well,
All right. Shit.
Hold on.
we got a large crowd here on hand.
All right, I'm ready.
I'm looking for my song. I don't see it anywhere.
Oh, you want us to play your clip?
Yeah, hit my clip.
Well, I wasn't prepared, so as soon as I find it.
Hollywood secrets in the air. Everyone will play their share. Dave's Face is the name. Movie trivia is the game.
Back, and I'm going to incorporate all that flamboyancy into my instructions going forward.
All right, here we go. This happened in 1985.
Correct.
All right. Movies from 1985. We have
How many-
7 movies
Seven?
tonight. 7.
Seven.
Hold on.
7.
7.
Winner gets $1.
Oh shit!
Breakfast Club, I did not put on there Sean Jones. I'm halfway through it and it sucks.
Yeah, he's been talking mad shit in the group
My
chat.
God, dude, I don't
good.
even. Why do I get along with this man?
He has been talking mad shit in the group chat.
Breakfast Club is terrible. It has got to be the most overrated movie I've ever seen, and I want nothing more than to beat the shit out
Fuck
of
you.
Judge Nelson or whatever his name is.
Judd.
Nelson Judd.
He was
Judd.
harsh.
Yeah, our friendship is over, Sean Jones. All right, movie number A.
Apparently, belts are not his only shit opinions.
I want to see if Sean Jones knows this movie.
He don't.
Probably does.
Here we go. Movie number A. With an unknown budget.
Mm.
Our first movie tonight grossed a total of $11.5 million at the box office.
I don't know if that's good or not.
This is an American teen comedy film.
Already got it.
You got it?
Not
Now
yet.
here's the rules, Pyres. You have to write down a movie title.
Yeah, you can't.
You
don't
get
yell it out.
negative points. Don't yell it out. You got to write it down. And no matter what, you have to write it down. If
Got
you
it.
know it or not, you got come up. TJ gets bonus points all the time for his clever stupidity.
That's right.
Here we go.
The Crow
Movie
2
number
Electric
8.
Boogaloo.
Here we go, Sean Jones. Number A, little Jimmy. I
That's
said
right.
what I said. Terry feels discriminated against when the summer jobs at the Sun Tribune go to 2 guys. She decides to do something about it. She dresses like a guy and gets a haircut.
I've seen this.
Will students at the other high school notice? Will girls notice him? This movie stars Joyce Heiser and Clayton Rohner.
I'm glad.
And it has boobies.
I need to get out of the chat because Sean Jones has blurted it out. But
Sean Jones just nailed it. Yeah,
Well,
that's my
luckily,
dude.
I already wrote down my answer. Where is my mouse going?
Pondwater Dave, you're first. Go.
Just one of the guys.
There you go. Pyrus,
She has tits.
just one of the guys. Step Hens.
I was on the right path, but I worded it wrong. I put one of the boys, but
One
I
of
was
the
on the
boys.
right path. I was on the right path.
All right. If you guys miss any of the other ones, I quit the show.
You say that every week, and you're still here. So.
Movie number B.
B.
With a budget of $13 million.
Ooh.
In '85, that's like Transformers.
time.
Our second film tonight grossed $316.3 million at the box office.
That's crushing it. By the way, I love the catapult to nothing. That's my favorite thing going on right now.
We're off the rails already.
I have to move my notes over a little bit so I can watch the wrestling.
I
Yeah.
already wrote it down.
Who's
Walls-
Sherry?
Walls of Jericho here by.
Oh,
Can't
you already
even
wrote this down, Dave?
Yeah.
He hasn't
What'd
even
you-
said anything yet.
What'd you write down?
A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nope, Dave's wrong. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Okay, good.
This is an American buddy cop action comedy film.
Way off.
A freewheeling Detroit cop pursuing a murder investigation finds himself with a very different culture in Southern California. This film stars Eddie Murphy, Judge Reinhold, and John Ashton.
Oh, I got my years confused.
I almost forgot the name of this movie.
Wait a second though. The movie you're thinking about is 80. Well, hold.
No,
wait.
I was wrong because in 86 is I got married in 86, not 85.
Hold on there, Dave in the RC. There could be one of two answers to this. I think
This was the number 2 movie of 1985.
Okay. All right. I'm ready.
Sean Jones nailed it. Pondwater Dave, go. Moostadon nailed it.
I already guessed and I was wrong, but I knew it was Beverly Hills Cop once you said
All
that.
right, Pyrus. Beverly Hills Cop. There you go. It came out in December of '84, but it was
Okay, there we
streaming
go.
all
There
through
we go.
85.
See, I got confused because
Oh, horse shit.
well, no. I remember right after I got married in '80. I thought in '85. It was actually '86. When I got married, we had gone to see Nightmare on Elm Street, and it really blew up. But '85, I was still single.
I saw the Nightmare on Elm Street in 2010 when they redid it.
Sucked.
God awful. God
I
awful.
remember watching Jason X in the theaters.
God.
Jason in Space.
Is that what Jason in Space?
And I laughed so damn hard during that movie.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Although Jason Part 9 had Aaron Gray in it.
Oh, my feet just cut out.
Yeah,
Mine
mine
did
did too.
Oh, okay. That's
It's coming back.
it's normal. It's par for the course, and that's fine.
It's AWA. So
It's AWA.
Okay, we're good.
We're back.
I thought my phone shut off.
I was like, oh shit, I just lost the internet, but I'm still talking to you,
All right.
shithead. So.
Hey, these girls are really putting on a hell of a fight.
Yeah, we're kind of fucking over a really good women. Like this is Candy Divine does not get her fair share.
I've
I
never
would
heard
say
of her.
in the women. Well, there you go. And this is a really young Sherry Martel.
Yeah.
Candy was a perennial AWA women's champion back during the 80s.
Did she
So
just body slam her on second base?
She did.
Candy had it going on too.
So
And
unfortunately,
not a lot of women wrestlers in the mid '80s had it going on.
well, and again, I wrote down notes for every match, and I'll give you mine for this match before we
Her
move
name's
on here.
Candy Divine.
Candy Divine, Candy with an I.
She died in 2022, huh?
Yep.
Spoiler. So
We won't be having
all
long-
the we listed 13 matches on this card. A card that includes Ric Flair, Magnum TA, the Russians, Stan Hansen. They give the women 12 minutes on this show.
But remember, they weren't bound to like TV times here. They weren't up
No,
against.
of course.
yeah.
But what I'm just speaking in general, like they gave the women on the stack. They gave that. This is like the fourth longest match on the show.
Hmm.
Is what I'm getting to. They gave them a lot of time here because they knew they could. And Divine had previously won the vacated AWA women's title in a battle royal in late 84,
What year did Martel go to WWF?
87,
What was it? A
87.
3-woman battle royal?
probably.
But this is
all
a
right.
good. But this is a really good match.
It is.
Unlike the Lola Gonzalez match that was at International Star Wars in 1983 that me and Timmy C recently watched.
I
on
remember that
World
one.
Class Flashback.
So Dave,
Here we
before
go.
you- hold on, but I want to. Nobody knows anything about Candy Divine, including you. So I'll give my Candy Divine notes since we're all pretty
She was
familiar
on
with Sherry
Judge
Martel.
Judy, divorce court.
She
queen.
was. She spent 6 years here in the AWA. Wrestled on their first 4 major shows, including this one, Wrestle Rock 86, Battle by the Bay, and War in the Windy City. She wrestled until 98 and passed away in 2022 at the age of 64. So there's your Candy Divine trivia for the show. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, it's just the action is so much better than what we were getting with and ladies.
Right.
This is different from every other women's match in that era.
Well, I think we're slowly starting to get away from. This is an attraction on the show as opposed to a part of the show.
Movie number C. Candy Divine is not in it,
Oh.
Shit.
I'm out.
but there is a hot blonde
Ooh.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
with a budget of $19 million. Our third movie tonight grossed $388.8 million at the box office.
Million. Dallas.
Okay.
This is an American science fiction film. This film's one of Dave's faves. A 17-year-old high school student is accidentally sent 30 years into the past in a time-traveling DeLorean invented by his close friend. This film stars Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd.
My favorite ride at Universal, by the way, back in the day.
Yeah, it was a good one, man.
1.2 gigawatts. The bolt of lightning.
I gotta get back in time
Back
to the future.
to the future. Or as Sean says, futire.
Back to the Futire.
Moosodon's wrong. It's just Back to the Future. There's no one in it.
Yeah, I mean, even if there was, it'd be a Roman numeral.
The
Devin
other
Dowling-
movies-
And we learned Anthony likes to ride Christopher Lloyd.
Devin
in
Dowling's
Universal
wrong.
Studios.
Future is capitalized.
by the way, the other two movies were
And no,
shit.
and no exclamation point.
The other two movies were complete shit.
What?
What?
Back to the Future 2 and 3 were complete dog shit.
Back
is
to,
amazing.
back to
I will
back-
die in
I'm
that
not.
fucking hill. Excuse my language.
So my favorite Back to the Future of all of them is 3.
Oh.
That maths.
See, I would go 2. think
I go
2's my
3,
favorite.
1, 2.
Dave, I will text you later to give you my therapist number. You need help, you sad, poor, pathetic bastard.
Movie number B. Here we go. Let's see who gets it.
By the way, Sherry Martell just won the women's title.
That AWA women's belt looks a lot like the Mid America's title that Jerry Lawler had.
So I believe a fellow nerd in the chat actually posted that earlier. 'Cause I know I mentioned it was square.
Oh, did they?
Look at how empty it is. How many people were there?
A lot. That's a bad camera. I think they drew about 25,000 that day.
I'm telling you, the baseball stadiums are not great venues for professional wrestling.
Unless you're the WWE, yes, that is correct.
Yeah, they did with the Royal
That
Rumble.
belt's hideous.
Oh, here you go.
What are we
Used to be,
doing?
There you go.
Oh, thank you, Moose. Great minds think alike.
Ugly. That belt's ugly. Here we go. Movie number R. I don't remember which one we're
Who
on.
was Harley Race with here? Is that Duck Dynasty?
No, that's Scott Hogg Irwin right there. That's
Oh, it's the Irwins.
That's
ZZ
the Irwins.
Top.
formerly the Super Destroyers, and then now
Palm
they've
Water-
been the Long Riders.
I didn't
Warner,
know he was in
You'll
AWA.
remember this. When the Super Destroyers got unmasked, I was blown away because I did not realize it was the Irwins all that time.
Me either.
Yeah, back
What?
in 83, 84, I love the Super Ds.
By the way, this is not the next match.
What's that?
This is apparently this is the next match. That's not how it's listed on the Wikipedia. So
Here
if this
comes.
if this is the next match, then it is Jumbo Tsuruta, Giant Baba, and Junichiro. I have a hard feeling Giant Baba's in match 3.
That's my
At this-
cousin.
Yeah.
There
this
he is,
point-
Giant Baba.
Jumbo Tsuruta and Junichiro Tenryu against Harley Race and Bill and Scott Owen. By the way, this is apparently Baba, Tsuruta, and Tenryu are defending the 6-man Asian Championship against 3 of the whitest men you'll ever find in your life.
All right, pop quiz. Which WrestleMania was Tenryu in?
He was in the 93 Rumble, so 9. No,
No, wait, I got it
he
written
wasn't
down.
at 9. 10. No,
7.
it was 7?
Yeah. Who was his tag team partner?
Oh, that's right. he was.
Katile.
Wasn't he one of the 11 people that put Undertaker in the casket?
Yes, he
Uh,
was
Royal
back in
Rumble?
94.
You know,
I was there.
Baba was making the rounds. I saw Baba in World Class in '83.
Who
Wait,
did?
And I saw Baba at the Crockett Cup in '86. He tag teamed with Tiger Mask.
By the way, WrestleMania 19, which I went to in Seattle, was at Safeco Field, which is technically a baseball stadium. It was amazing. By
Sean
the way-
Jones, don't you disparage the good goddamn name of Royal Rumble 2019.
Also, when we were at SummerSlam in Nashville, they literally were shining a light in our suite.
I was
Yeah.
there.
I've got pictures of it.
Although you guys would not let me in the suite the next time I was there.
We did Royal Rumble at Tropicana.
Yeah. You know what? You oversold it by 3 seats. Guess who got the 3 seats in some other suite?
No, we had 2 suites.
Yeah, maybe you only sold 3 seats in the other suite.
Oh, did we?
I couldn't hang out with you guys.
Why don't you just come into ours?
I tried. I got kicked out.
Who
By
kicked
who?
you out?
I don't know. Some security guy kicked me out.
Oh, okay.
You should have
it wasn't
told me.
one
I would
of
have fought him.
I had to give Allison's son his gift, his birthday gift, over the glass.
those. Jesus, did you just throw a half empty beer can on the floor?
No,
No,
I
not
threw a empty Dr. Pepper can, trash can.
God.
All right. Pop quiz.
Speed.
Tenru and Katal wrestled at WrestleMania 7. Who did they defeat?
7
Sparky
was
plug.
91. Pyrus says Demolition. Was Demolition still around in 91?
Smash and Crush.
Wow.
Do not fuck with me when it comes to early WrestleMania. I'm telling you.
You guys right now, WrestleMania 7 is one of my all-time favorites.
Yep.
So my tweet today, I have a ritual every year. I watch WrestleMania, my favorite WrestleMania leading up to the week. I watch every one 3 through 7. Don't miss.
I was at 4. And I love that one.
All right,
Sean, how far are you from Flagstaff?
4 is low key my favorite. 19
I like 4.
19 is my favorite because I was there, but 4
But
is
5, 7. Not gonna lie, I like 13.
By the way, Jesse the Body, when he poses at WrestleMania 4, he's right over me.
All right, I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Right.
looks like we got Scott Hogg starting to match out with
Scott Hall.
Scott Hall is on
Scott
this
Hogg Irwin.
By the way,
God.
WrestleMania 9 catches a lot of flack for being the worst WrestleMania ever.
But it
I
wasn't.
like it.
To me, 11 and 12 are both worse than 9.
8 is worse than 9. Justin Davis loves 8. I thought 8 sucked.
I was
Well,
at 11.
18
I was at 11. I can tell you it sucked.
8's top 5 because it's in God's country, Indianapolis, Indiana.
The
RCA Dome.
Guys, we got Harley Race in the ring right now. If you're following along, you should be at 34, 44, 34, 45. Harley Race is in there making. Uh-oh. Now we got Jumbo Sharuda entering the ring.
That's my grandpa.
All right.
Race.
Movie number V.
B?
Aura.
Is that 5?
Here we go. Let's see if 11 has one of the greatest matches of all time. It does, Devin. I tell you what, the Allied Powers versus Jacob and Eli Blue,
Yes.
classic.
Yes.
By the way, JD Hoop just joined us on Instagram.
Love him.
We
All
got
right, here we
Justin
go.
Davis with us, Devin Dowling, Sean Jones,
Let's see who gets this.
Moose.
Write it in the chat, guys. You guys close your chat, you cheating whores.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Thank you for reminding
Thank
me.
you. I'll close mine.
Here we go. With a budget of 17 million, Bret Hart and HBK was at WrestleMania 12, not 11, Devin.
Yeah, 11
Thank
was
you.
Bam Bam and LT.
Yeah, and Bret Hart wrestled
Bob Backlund.
Bob Backlund.
Bob Backlund, and Shawn Michaels wrestled Diesel.
And Bret Hart and Bob Backlund sucked a fat dick on that.
Absolutely.
On that show. It's terrible.
Imagine
Yeah.
paying money to see it live, TJ. Come on.
God.
You got Undertaker and King Kong Bundy, though.
Oh, that was that show too?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and if we give 9 all the shit.
And Razor versus Jeff Jarrett.
That
Well,
was good.
I don't hate that one.
We got Giant Bob in the ring, Giant Bob and Truda race off the ropes for a double clothesline.
By the way, this is before Harley Race would become the king in the WWF.
With a budget of $17 million. Our 5th movie this week grossed $49.3 million at the box office. This is an American comedy film. The Griswolds win a vacation tour across another continent where the usual havoc ensues.
Got it.
This film stars Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo.
Beverly D'Angelo is so roll tide
Oh, she was roll tide in the first one.
to this day.
And then they put some gratuitous titties in there
Oh.
with Rusty in the second one.
TJ. Nope. Hide it. TJ's not looking yet.
I don't
Sean
remember.
Jones nailed it like always.
I've never seen it. So Christmas Vacation, I know it's that series. I put Christmas Vacation, s'il vous plaît. It's French.
European Vacation. Pirates. National Lampoon's European Vacation. You all miss it. If you've seen one guy fight another in the same federation, come on, we're talking about SuperClash. Beverly is topless in the movie Hair.
Oh,
I'll add that
yeah,
to my
Fred.
All right, here we go. Movie number.
Well, what's the correct title? Because you shut on everyone for it being wrong.
Oh, come on. It's European Vacations.
What a nerd. Mine's better anyway.
Here we go. We're going big again. With a budget of $25.5 million. Next week on Dave's Faves, Hair.
Dave, you might take a minute to explain to the audience what it is we're doing, because they might be tuning in and they're like, "Hey, there's Pond Water. Where the fuck is Amy? And who are these other guys?"
And Timmy.
Who's Timmy?
Timmy.
Oh, that was good.
Until this exact moment, I did not know that TJ had a bald spot. Did not know that.
Yeah,
All right,
it's getting really noticeable up there now.
All right, well now I'm shaving my head tomorrow. Thank you.
Look at my beauty. Look at my. I have nothing. I have no looks. I have no physique. I have bad body odor. But God, my hair is so good. Ooh.
Good heavens. With a budget $25.5 million. Movie number 6 tonight.
I'm on 5.
It's 6. Might be 8. We did European Vacation. Oh, yeah, shit, I skipped one. Okay, movie number 5 tonight.
Fuck it, we're doing live.
We're doing live. Dave's Face. Grossed $300.4 million at the box office. This is the worst movie from this franchise.
Well, that narrows it down. Police Academy.
This is an American action film.
Oh, it actually might be Police Academy.
A former U.S. Army Green Beret returns to the jungles of Vietnam on a mission to infiltrate an enemy base camp and rescue the American POWs still held captive there. This film stars Sylvester Stallone.
I'm sorry, Dave. We can't be friends.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Sean Jones nailed it. Pond Water, go.
I got a new neon sign for my birthday.
Rambo 2.
Pirates, go. Steppins, go.
Is that like Rock versus Cena, first time in a lifetime, part 2? Rambo 2.
Pyrus gets it.
Yes!
Wow, did you
wait,
just
oh,
see
yeah.
Wild Bill muscle him over for that backdrop?
It's called First Blood Part 2.
Rambo, First Blood, Part 2.
Rambo single-handedly won back the Vietnam War. He won it.
Single-handedly. That's really weird because everything I've read, we did not necessarily win that one.
He said, when I got here,
He won it in the 80s, though. Fuck him.
Okay.
Hey, yo, when I got here, I was laying in the rice paddies, and I didn't like you guys very much. And you guys didn't like me either.
There was a phenomenal SNL sketch back in the day. It was Robert Duvall was on the show, and it was a game show, but it was called like Grandpa's Stories or something like that.
Yeah.
And Robert Duvall is sitting there telling the story about him in Vietnam, and he goes, "I was in my tent, and I woke up surrounded by the Viet Cong, and I fought them off with nothing more than a nut with my Bowie knife for 31 days. And then I walked into town, and someone informed me that the war had been over for 8 years."
By the way, Wild Bill just took a hell of a bobo with the top rope.
Bill Irwin, I had this in my notes. Everyone knows him as the Goon in the
Goon.
WWF. And
That's all he ever did in wrestling. I don't care.
Bill Irwin is vastly underrated because of that. Bill
Yeah.
Irwin's probably one of the better territorial heels.
He probably made
there
more
was.
money off that Goon action figure than he did.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
And again, everyone is as unfortunate as it might be to us. I mean, to him, he will be remembered forever as the Goon because that will never go away.
Not me. I remember him as the Texas Heavyweight Champion, as a tag
Well,
team partner
I'm
to
just-
Captain Frank Dusek, as
Oh Lord!
as a rival to David Von Erich.
What I'm just saying is like it's not a bad life if you're going to go down remembered forever to most people as the Goon.
Yeah. I mean, it's like reason number 787 why I hate Vince McMahon. He's my
Nothing was
wrestling
cooler
nemesis.
than him throwing those gloves and getting ready to rumble.
Yes.
That
Yes.
is the best part of him, and I love the boots that look like ice skates. Was
Yeah.
also my favorite part.
He should have had a tooth out and he would have been perfect.
I think he did, didn't he?
I don't know.
I'm living with a broken tooth right now.
He wasn't. He was originally scheduled for Waterloo last year, and he didn't show up. And I was so disappointed.
I'm doing fine, Paul Moore. Thank you for asking how my tooth is doing. Appreciate
By the
that.
way,
I got a toothache too. I'm having a root canal Monday, Anthony.
Who cares
Has
about
it-
you? You're old. Nobody cares about you.
hasn't he also beaten brain cancer in his life?
I
He
think
blacked
that's what-
out a tooth.
I think that's what killed Scott Irwin.
Oh, is that
brain
Scott?
cancer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think brain cancer is what killed Scott Irwin.
Okay, I got that backward then.
I apologize for not being sympathetic to your tooth situation, Anthony.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm very.
All right. Movie number whatever.
I only know Dave is Dr. Phil D. Payne. Oh, this
I
is
love you
tremendous.
for that.
Oh, Adam Hunter's here.
The hardest working referee on the independent circuit.
Everyone knows this was Adam from Bama. Let's do this.
All right, here we go.
Thanks to Adam, I'm now the second best referee in our group.
Oh,
Close your chat out, fellas.
oh, thank you. Go and switch that over.
But I
Why does
still got
my
to do
mouse
Ric
keep
Flair's last
disappearing?
match? So
Movie number 37. Giant Baba wins. Spoiler alert.
Oh no.
Wait,
wait,
the
it's already
Asians
over.
won the Asian 6-man title? That's bizarre.
On a budget of $19 million.
Million.
Our 37th movie tonight grossed $125 million at the box office.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is an American adventure comedy film. A group of young misfits discover an ancient map and
Oh.
set out on an adventure to find a legendary pirate's long lost
Got it.
treasure.
got it.
Boom. Oh
The
yeah.
film stars. It doesn't matter who it stars because Carrie Green is in it, and I love her.
Josh
Oh.
Brolin.
I was singing one of the songs from it earlier today, listening to the 80s on 8.
Sean Astin
Look at
Corey-
this shit.
was the goodies. Was that Corey Haim was in this?
Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman
Feldman.
was in this.
The Goonies.
I kind of like the goodies better, to be honest with you.
Goonies never
Good
die.
enough for you. It's
You would be saying good enough. but-
Good enough for me.
For me, it's good enough.
It's good enough for
Enough for
me.
Now,
actually-
You're gonna
I
live
was
with
actually
me
singing Sheep
now.
Hop, but then I realized it wasn't.
now I want to be Chunk. I want to dress like Chunk. Yeah, I love that people don't understand that Sloth is John Matuzak. Like people don't know that.
Oh,
By the way, up next, I just need to get this in before.
Oh, Mr. T's here.
I remember
No.
when he was a Haiti kid.
That's Lil T.
Well, everything I'm going to say to you is true. I just want everyone to know that out of the gate, this is all true. Little Tokyo is going to defend the NWA Midgets title. That's what it's called, against Little T. 6 months before this show, to the day, almost to the day, Little
Look at this.
Tokyo is in the Pontiac Silverdome at WrestleMania 3.
Yep.
Now he's at Comiskey Park in front of a crowd of people I can't say because they won't let me. Not a bad year for Little
Yeah.
Tokyo. By the
Goodies never expire.
way, if you're wondering,
I need this belt. I don't
If
even know
you're
what this belt looks like, and I need it.
if you're wondering how old Little Tokyo is here, he was born July 5th, 1941, making him 44 years old. He retired in 1998. at the age of 57.
To this day, King Kong Bundy's elbow drop is the WrestleMania 3 moment for me.
Oh, yeah.
Is
I
this
need
Lil
to
T,
find
Lil
a
Tokyo, and Lil T?
Yes. By the way, Little T, looking at just the comparison, is 5'1" here in this match. Just made it.
So it's like my kid, like my youngest kid.
By the way, I could find nothing on Little T.
Is his name really Lil T?
Little T.
No shit, I made that up.
Wasn't he the Haiti kid?
So it's interesting. Because one of the articles I looked at popped up his profile, the Haiti kid. But when you look at the Haiti kid's Wikipedia, Mr. T or Little T is nowhere in his like aliases. So I don't know.
All right. Want to make fun of me more than usual?
Okay.
Yeah.
When I first started watching
Yes.
wrestling, when I was 8 years old, I thought his name was the Junkyard Dog. I swear to God, I thought his parents named him Junkyard.
And also, if,
Well, my little brother asked that. He goes, "Why would someone name their kid the Undertaker?"
I also went to profightdb.com. So you would think if he was the Haiti kid, like all of his matches would be listed. He only has 8 matches listed for his career.
He's not the Haiti kid.
One of them is this one, and one is an NWA show in St. Louis. And then the other 6 are all WWF house shows.
Yeah, he's not the Haiti kid.
No way. Haiti Kid was the man.
This
Which
is
is
terrible.
which is why, kids, you always research your sources.
This
Because
is
otherwise,
terrible.
I would have thought it probably said that Little T was the Haiti kid, and he's not.
Because bear in mind, nerds like me know that the Haiti Kid didn't get his mohawk until February of '86, when Cowboy Bob Orton and Roddy Piper cut it on Piper's Pit. Those bastards.
All right,
You couldn't-
Fondwater, you need to tell Tap that we need the clip from Revenge of the Nerds with Ogre just yelling "Nerd" in the back. We need that on the ready. Just ready to go. By the way, Antonio Santos joining us.
I have a video here that I can watch. The NBA on NBC, Bulls at Knicks from March 1997. I think I might watch this instead of wrestling.
Nice. That's a good.
Would you guys like me to
target.
give you score updates from Bulls and Knicks in 1997?
No, I probably watched that game. But Antonio's joining us on Instagram now. Antonio Santos, Buffalo's finest bus driver.
Yeah. Buffalo.
All right, here we go. Last movie of the night.
Jesus.
Let's
Hey.
see who wins.
Let's go around the horn and talk about what we think is on Antonio's other screen, on his second screen.
It's porn.
Porn, of course. So
I'm gonna
Do you
guess.
think he's inspired by this match to go with that type of?
No, I was gonna say
Oh,
stunt
porn.
porn. I was gonna say stunt porn.
No, midget
Probably
porn.
with Antonio. Oh, you think?
Yeah. And nothing wrong with midget porn.
He's watching Lil Debbie Does Dallas.
Big Trouble in Little China.
She went up on me too.
Oh. We got an anime porn.
Antonio's watching anime porn.
Look at that profile picture. Like, go back to Adam for a second. Come on. He's
All
trying to be all
official
tough.
and shit.
Granted, he won his big match about 3-6 months ago. But look at him trying to be tough. Look at him trying to be authoritative.
Hey, Justin Davis. Fuck you, pal. How's that? With my Chris Bryant jersey directly behind me from the World Series.
She hit Dave in the balls with a tuna can.
With a budget of $28 million, 1985, our last film tonight grossed $300.5 million at the box office.
Damn, this is like what a year for movies this was. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Can't hate it.
This is an American sports drama film. The world heavyweight boxing champion has a new challenger step forward. Drago, a 6'6", 261-pound fighter who has the backing of the Soviet Union. This film stars Sylvester Stallone and Dolph Lundgren.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo, Adrian.
That's 2 movies here.
With Sylvester Stallone.
One for 300.4 million, one for 300.5 million. Dude was money. Go.
I am terrible at
If-
numbering
if-
my Rockies.
If he
Rocky
dies,
2,
he dies.
Rocky 4.
But I was
Boom.
trying to think.
Isn't it funny that I did the monologue from Rocky 4 in the Rambo joke?
I was trying to think of the Police Academy of Russia title. So I was going to do Rocky 2 and then whatever that was.
Mission to Moscow.
Mission to
Moscow.
Damn it. There goes my joke.
I almost did Police Academy 2, but we did it on our show not too long ago. The first assignment.
I wouldn't get, oh,
I started to say Spies Like Us.
oh,
That was 1985 as well.
Was it really?
As was Fletch.
by the way, Antonio has answered our question of what porn is on his second monitor over on Instagram. By the way,
Oh,
we're half right. We're all half right. It's lesbian midgets, is what he said.
No.
solid choice. Solid choice.
Is it? That is
I'm
solid.
just being supportive because he's being supportive to us.
He likes small snack crackers.
He also
Crack snackers.
He also put cream filling for some reason, but he put 2 E's in it, so I'm not sure what he means by that.
Cream.
No, I mean, it's like he put an E at the end.
Oh, creme.
Creme.
He's European.
My
Creme
God,
de la creme.
This midget match is still going on.
Also, Neil Allen just joined us over on Instagram. Hello, Neil.
What's up, buddy? All right, we're done with movies, y'all.
I do got box score trivia, but we still have 2 hours to go, so I'm going to wait a while before I throw that one out.
I could jump
My
in
family's
with the,
downstairs
Let me jump
watching-
in.
My family's downstairs watching Mufasa, so we got time.
Okay, The Lion King. Good.
Well, I got a little something for you.
Go for it.
It's time for Amy's Trivia. Can you hang? How big's your brain? It's time to play.
Little thing we like to call Amy's Trivia. And Amy's not here, so I'm going to do it. And Amy didn't provide this trivia. I just kind of did it on the spur of the moment. And then it's funny, in full disclosure, I asked ChatGPT to give me 5 trivia questions about this show. And as I was going over them with my wife, I realized that they weren't right. None of them were right. So I actually came up with them. What venue was the AWA SuperClash 1985?
See,
Wrigley Field's far more beautiful than this fucking dump there in
I want to get that one wrong.
we already talked about it. Fenway's the biggest shithole in the world.
But it has character, yeah.
Yeah,
dump.
we are at Comiskey Park. Thank you.
Dave just shits on Pirates, and his only answer is, it is, yeah.
I hate the Red Sox, so whatever,
Oh, you're a Yankees fan. That's right.
You're a Yankees fan.
I'm a
that's
Yankee
right.
boy.
That's right.
All right. Which 4 wrestling promotions collaborated with the AWA to present SuperClash 1985? Was it CWA, World Class, Jim Crockett, and New Japan? Was it the USWA, World Class, Jim Crockett, and All Japan? Was it the CWA, the WWF, World Class, and Jim Crockett? Or was it the CWA, Jim Crockett, World Class, and All Japan?
A.
Nope.
D.
D is correct.
Wait, whoa.
That's not correct.
None of the above. Where's the AWA?
The AWA, it says it
It's in the
Collaborated
Yeah, it's
with
in
the
the
AWA.
Oh,
description.
God, sorry. Okay, yeah, my bad. Right.
Reading is fundamental.
Yeah, Jack.
You know what?
Baba
You know why
was
I was-
All Japan.
You know why I was confused? Because we talk about Brad Reagans, who was the trainer for New Japan. That's why I confused. Also, if you guys want to know what's going on in AEW right now, it's this. They're trying
What
to pile
the
drive
fuck?
Tony Schiavone. They're trying to pile drive Tony.
I'd rather they did. It'd be
Well,
way
I mean,
cooler
who
of a
else do you
story.
care about at AEW?
Thunder Rosa.
Oh,
Fair.
That's fair.
By the way, she does cooking in her underwear now on Patreon, and I am a
Yes.
fan. I'm
Oh
a fan.
yeah.
you know what we should do? We should do like a GoFundMe and share that Patreon account just so I can watch her cook in her underwear. Oh.
I think we should try to do a collaboration where I will also cook in my underwear.
I'm in.
I'll make pancakes. She can make whatever healthy stuff she's gonna make.
I ain't fine bacon.
Oh, you know,
Maybe we'll get Jandy to cook in her underwear on the Ram Network.
we can do
Oh, look at
blacktop naked is what we can do.
Naked.
God.
Larry Nelson's bent over to do it. He's bent down to do his interview with Little Tokyo. So he's like, is he bowing for respect or is he just bent over to give
I
him
do
the microphone?
like that. He's like, hey, little man, are you tired? Your little
Is
legs
that
were
Mil
doing like
Mascaras?
9
Oh,
steps.
this match is going to be the drizzling
Oh,
shit.
I got so many notes for this match.
All right.
So you also got AAA in here. You missed it.
I don't know if Mil Mascaras was ever actually tied to a promotion.
Yeah, I think he's just booked. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think Kerry was just booked. It's probably just Crockett and
No
it's
yub.
probably Crockett and AWA.
No, yeah.
No yub.
But I think this is a good choice to put Buddy Roberts in here. Buddy
Oh, absolutely.
Buddy Roberts could work like a mofo, couldn't he?
Yeah,
Mil Mascaras sucking in his gut in a full Nelson is this is my favorite thing I've ever seen in a wrestling match in my adult life.
Musadon's already answered this. Who faced Ric Flair for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship?
I kind of said at the beginning of the show.
Yes.
Kerry Von Erich.
You wish.
Everybody knows it's A, Magnum TA.
You know what?
Mighty
I would have been happy with any of those.
All right, here we go.
What was the reported attendance figure for the SuperClash 1985?
You remember the AWA by the city?
A.
No, not what they claimed on the show.
Okay. The real attendance was just short of A.
Yeah, technically 20,347.
Yep. But AWA said, actually, they announced it in the show at 25.
By the way, in 1985, 20,000 people to a wrestling show that's not
lot.
WWE, that's a freaking lot. That's great.
And Musadon makes a great point that Buddy Roberts was an original Hollywood blonde.
Good one. I like that. So here's what's fun about this match. I think this is out of order for whatever reason on this YouTube clip because it's listed as the third match, but yet it kind of did like a glitch in the middle. So Mil Mascaras is defending the IWA World Heavyweight Championship against Buddy Roberts.
Right.
Why is the AWA World Championship interesting that's being defended here at this show in 1985?
Say again. I'm sorry. Please.
Why is that interesting that this title is being defended at this show?
What
by
title?
Mil Mascaras.
This
The
is
IWA World Heavyweight title.
So
They're-
IWA's not on the list. I call shenanigans on
Well,
Dave.
they're trying-
no. Hold on. It'll all come together.
I got
Go ahead,
no answer
Pine Water.
for you.
if it's my guess that they're trying to capitalize on the success that World Class had with International Star Wars.
Okay.
This is like a worldwide invitational invitational card.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good theory because this is the first time that title had been defended in the United States since 1978. 7 years before. Why is that? Because that's when the promotion folded. So why this title's on this show, who knows? It's a mystery. But Pine Water's theory makes the most sense of anyone I can come up with. Mascaras had already been a wrestler for 22 years. He's 43 years old in this match. And all jokes aside, he's probably the, if not one of the most famous luchadors of all time. And it's really not that close.
The dude,
It's like-
the dude did movies and soap operas wearing that mask.
It's like him, Das Caras, and that's pretty much it.
I was lucky to see him in 1982 when he was touring with the WWF. He came to Providence, Rhode Island, and I got to see him. I got to see him wrestle. So,
Okay, here's one for you. Mil Mascaras was the Mexican national light heavyweight champion on 2 occasions. He first won the title on June 12th, 1967. Can you name who beat him for the title?
Can you repeat the title?
Mexican National Light Heavyweight Championship.
And he won it in 67.
He won it in June 12th, 1967, and lost it October 15th, 1967. To, here we go, El Nazi.
El Nazi.
Oh,
El
Guys,
Grande Americano.
nice.
Guys, I'm taking 3. Be back in a few minutes.
Okay. So we'll while Timmy C's here, everyone.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, good thing someone entertaining showed up. Shit.
Oh, bitch! You haven't.
Hey,
You haven't this has been a good show.
I had the opportunity to see Mil Mascaras in 1983 at the Sportatorium. And
Bet
I
he
got
won.
to tell you, I was underimpressed with him. I thought the hype that the Aftermags put on him, I expected more. And I thought he was a little prissy, honestly.
Well, that's part of the problem of being kind of hyped up by the Aftermags. And granted, in the 80s, the American audience, and this isn't, I'm not trying to disparage you specifically, but just in general, the American audience wasn't as willing to accept the luchador wrestling product. They didn't understand it. They didn't want to be fair. And some more Mil Mascaras facts for this match ends, because I think we're coming to the end here. He's still alive at 82. His last match that I could find was the celebration of his 40th anniversary of him debuting in Japan. He teamed with Dos Caras and the OG Tiger Mask against Sema, Ultimo Guerrero, and Tiger Mask 4. He was 68 at that show. Buddy Roberts, and I think this is going to be a much more interesting conversation because we know Buddy Roberts more, and Mil Mascaras just won the match. Buddy Roberts is probably the best wrestler no one talks about anymore. He's
I
only known
100% agree.
He's only known for the Freebirds. And he had a storied career before, not so much after the Freebirds, but before he certainly did. And it's just, he just kind of gets lost in the ether outside of the Freebirds because he was a vital part of the fabulous Freebirds in Texas.
And he was Del Valentine. He was with Johnny Valentine.
One of the illustrious Valentine family.
And then he was with, like you said,
Are they
Mike
really
Moose
going
said
to
he
do
was
an
a holiday
interview with Mil
blonde.
Mascaras?
No, yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, that's why I say just leave. No, yeah. Why? What was your strategy going into tonight's match? No, yeah. And it just leaves.
Yes. That was his strategy, in fact.
Yeah, he just said yeah.
See.
Oh, by the
See.
way, Timmy, are you ready for a time cue?
No, I'm nowhere near ready for a time cue.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
105.45.
I'm glad you're taking this seriously.
No, I just got here. I just drove 5 hours. Y'all can lick my log cutter.
That's your. Hey, don't steal my shit, and that's your fault.
It's. I'm sorry.
Where's
I
Sarah?
have
We'd
family.
rather talk to her anyway.
Yeah, put
She's
Sarah on the
downstairs watching the kids.
phone. Put Sarah on the phone.
The modern day warrior, Kerry Von Erich.
Kerry Von Erich.
I hope he jobs out. He's a loser.
By the way, I don't have him listed for match 4.
Hey, he hadn't lost his foot yet, so there's that.
There is that. True or false? He had 2 feet here.
Yeah.
True. All right, now hold on. Let me find this shitty.
Oh, here you go.
program.
Antonio Santos saying typical Bengals fan starting late.
By the way, Reds 2-game winning streak. I saw him last night.
Oh,
2-game winning streak, this guy. In the words of the immortal Lou Brown, 2 games is 2 games in a row. If we win 3, that's called a winning streak.
and it has happened.
It has
Kerry's
happened
cutting a promo
before.
about his brother Mike laying in a hospital fighting for his life.
So was this after the Israel thing?
Yeah, they're about a month away from the hair versus hair match, right, Palmwater?
SuperClash 1.
Why did I think the Mike and Israel shoulder surgery thing happened in
Hair
86?
versus hair was in '86, Anthony.
Sorry.
What we got? So this is, wow, they're jumping all over the place on this.
Oh, it
Re-airing.
fast forwarded. It actually put a fast forward graphic up.
went backward. So this match is where the hell are we?
They couldn't play the sharp dressed man entrance that Jimmy Garvin would have done, and they probably couldn't play the Tom Sawyer that Kerry would have done.
Right, but there's still a match I have in the official.
Am I right at 106, 58, 59?
107, 38, 39, 40,
40.
41, 42. But there's still a match on the official lineup I have. They've skipped, and it's the one I was looking forward to because it has the best wrestlers on it by far. If
Well,
you
I'm
don't
watching
count Ric Flair and
Kerry
then-
Von Erich and Sunshine and
That's
on a
precious.
cloudy day.
That's not sunshine. That's precious.
Whatever. Same thing. Hooer.
The guest host,
Valet.
the guest
Valet
host
Hoover.
of the world class watch along show doesn't know the difference between Precious and Sunshine.
I told you, I just got done with a
Timmy
5-hour
C.
drive.
Timmy C
Hey,
is
hold on.
well says
Hold on.
it's well documented that upside down they all look the same.
First drink
God
of beer.
Damn
By the
precious.
way, have you noticed since I hopped into this, our viewership's gone up like 300%?
Unrelated, I also took my jeans off in that time. So
I've
The
got
last
one.
time I
Throw
saw
that
Kerry
out.
Von Erich and Jimmy Garvin mix it up was on Saturday Night Wrestling, the night before Kerry won the world title at Texas Stadium. The
Really?
bell rang. Kerry delivered a discus punch, 1, 2, 3.
By
Garvin put
mix it
him
up, you
over.
mean drugs?
Garvin put him over like that to send Kerry into his world title match strong.
here's another unfortunate. I put this in the notes. Another unfortunate part of Jimmy Garvin. He's very
His
much
hair.
in the no. What his hair is? I wish we just talked about my bald spot earlier. I would kill for Jimmy Garvin's hair.
Well, he has a bald
you
spot.
got
now,
it
too.
now.
It's called his head.
All right.
The unfortunate part of Jimmy Garvin's career, much like Buddy Roberts, is but in a negative way, he's only remembered for the reboot of the Freebirds. in
That's incorrect.
WCW, 'cause
That
it's
is
national.
incorrect.
But his
Why is-
promotion,
You're
Why
wrong.
is Dave commenting on his own shit?
what a nerd. His territorial work was phenomenal.
Notice he also had to stop talking so that he could type that and send it.
Yes. By the way, Jimmy Garvin as a heel.
ridiculous trivia note. The referee in this match,
Is wearing
Was-
blue pants.
either way, that's the
Dick-
same referee.
Dick Worley.
Nope. 7
Oh.
months later at WrestleMania 2, he was the outside referee for the British Bulldogs versus Beefcake and Valentine World Tag Team title match.
That is weird that you know that.
Boy, Vince did steal everybody.
Yes.
Well,
No,
no,
I think
didn't.
I think in Chicago you had to use commission
He's
referees.
a commission
Either
referee.
way,
he's
either
got the
way,
patch
I
on his
remember,
shirt.
I remember this motherfucker.
Yeah,
Why are
he's
they
wearing the
outside?
commission. He's wearing the Chicago Commission the Illinois
Yeah.
badge. He's telling Kerry, "I smell the marijuana pills on you. I'm got my eye on you."
Marijuana pills. He's also wearing wrestling boots like Dick Worley. That's why I
Was,
thought it was Dick Worley.
Was this one of those Chicago White Sox disco type things?
Oh, that was 1980.
Like where after the game they
They
shut
rioted.
up, Dave.
Dave is deciding on all of his social media accounts, but get this sunglass son of a bitch off the show.
Here in a minute, TikTok's gonna chime in from Dave,
And we're not even streaming to TikTok.
right?
I'd be impressed if that happened. Dave's better at this than he ever let on.
No, he's not.
He can steal our shit from TikTok.
I don't know how to TikTok.
I deleted TikTok because I don't want to add to the communist regime of China.
By the way, now that I'm here, our viewership has 500%. We are up since I joined this stream.
The only thing
What
I do
is
on
going
TikTok,
on?
I watch reels from Sean Jones. He sends me like 40 a day,
Yes.
and I love it.
I love you, Sean
Timmy.
Jones. I muted you on TikTok. I'm sorry.
Hold on, Timmy. Hold on.
What?
Well, you just implied that you came in, we started with like 3 viewers. That's not true.
No,
500%. I don't think you understand how math works.
500%.
From Sean Jones.
I don't understand. I don't think you know how arithmetic works. We've gained like maybe 5%,
I don't think you know how arithmetic works.
not 500.
Timmy, you can't spell arithmetic.
That's or
And
percent.
fairness, neither can I. So
Arithmetic.
What's the word
Oh.
he screwed up on our podcast the other day?
What was it?
Irreconcilable.
Irreconcilable.
By the way, that's a fabulous TikTok.
Oh, I need to see how many. I need to see how many views that's up to because
Me trying to say irreconcilable.
you trying to
I still
speak
can't
English.
say it.
Irreconcilable.
You trying to speak English.
It's
still
not
our
gonna work here anymore.
It's still our most famous video by far. But
Well, of course, it's got me in it.
Full disclosure, little peek behind the curtain. So Timmy trying to pronounce irreconcilable has 1.2 thousand views on YouTube, and we, again, all things fair, we re-advertised that one. It's 1.2 thousand. We did not.
You could
do
just
that.
say 1,200, 1.2 thousand.
Shut up. Shut up. It sounds more impressive when you say 1.2
No, it
thousand.
doesn't.
It does, it
1.2
does.
dozen.
But we did not do that for Dave talking about the success of Home Alone. That has 1,100.
That means I'm more famous than Timmy.
It doesn't. I have
It also has 374 likes.
0.1 more thousand views.
It also has 374 likes. 8.1 thousand.
Oh, he should be disqualified.
Over the top.
Over the top rope.
No, it's not the NWA.
He's in the grass. He's
Well,
gonna
that's
have chigger. He's gonna have chiggers real bad when this is
Well,
over.
it's Chicago, not Panama City. Like
They grew up on a farm. He ain't
I'm
worried
going
about
to
it.
Panama City in a couple months.
Panama City.
By the way, guys, is there any indication? Bear in mind, this is a Jimmy Garvin match. Is there any indication that 24 hours from now, Jimmy
Hang
Garvin?
on, did you see Homeboy just shoulder check Carrie when he walked by?
No,
I
A
would've
fan
too.
just shoulder checked Carrie.
I don't think
I
that's a
would've-
fan. I don't think that's a fan.
You know what he said, right? He goes, "This ain't Texas, motherfucker."
Timmy, check your phone. TJ, check your phone.
Okay.
Punch to the dick. Punch to the dick.
discus.
Discus.
Tiffany
Discus.
Stratton a walk.
Another discus.
No. I'm gonna vote Miss Lyons.
Okay, well, I've tried to.
I'm sorry.
I've watched her try to move her person on NXT. That's what we're talking about right now. I'll take Tiffany Stratton.
I feel
I'll
like
take
I would break her pelvis.
I'll
I
take
think-
Nikita.
I think Nikita Lyons would break my pelvis watching her.
Why
move
you gonna
around.
break Tiffany Stratton's pelvis? The only way you can break her pelvis is if you elbow drop her from the top of the turnbuckle.
the top of her house while she was
Did
on the
you
ground?
did you say you think Nikita would break your pelvis?
Yes.
Joke's on her. I'm into that.
I would pay money. I would pay money for Nikita to break my pelvis.
Oh, what has
See?
happened here? We started off the first.
I mean, I'll give her a 9-pound sledge, and I bet we can make that happen.
Shit.
Yeah.
We started off the first
This guy said hit him in the hip as hard as you can.
We started off the first hour 15, 31, 32, 33 of this show so good, and we just fell off the. Get your sorry ass back. We
Well,
fell off the
before-
rails here.
That's what happens when I show up, just so you know.
Before I was so rudely interrupted, was there anything on this show that indicated that 24 hours later, Garvin and Regal would be the World Tag Team Champions?
No,
Garvin and who?
Steve Regal.
Precious
Not-
is in the ring.
not Lord. Memphis.
Different Steve
Wow.
Regal.
The
We're-
claw.
we're-
He's got the claw.
World champions
behind.
of what?
World Tag
Regal-
Team Champions.
Of what?
AWA.
The AWA.
Oh, shit. Pretty sure me and Dave won that back in
They
'96.
beat the Road Warriors.
I don't know what that means, but I'm in.
Oddly
that's right.
enough, they were not on their way to the WWF. Is that a little Anthony Pyrus there?
Yeah. Well,
I do, if I do remember the story correctly, I do think that the what led to the Road Warriors going to Jim Crockett was their displeasure, maybe of their payoff of this show.
Well, it was 24 hours later, so I'm not sure if that would have any bearing because they wouldn't get paid for weeks later.
Well, another part of it is they said the reason why this show didn't work, and this is I was going to say this for later, but one of the reasons why I said that this didn't work was because they had so many promoters. You got Fritz, you got Vernon Gagne, you got Jim Crockett, you got New Japan or All Japan.
I don't think Jim Crockett was here.
He was.
Well, he was
Was
here.
he?
Yes,
Yeah.
and
Look at her crying.
they don't.
Who's the old fat guy?
Ray Stevens, and
The singer?
it's my dad, by the way. That's Cat Stevens.
That's Greg the Crowbar Valentine.
And actually, you're right. Ray Stevens is they called me the Streak, so you're right on that.
Everything is beautiful except
That's
Ray
Cat
Stevens.
Stevens.
That's isn't that when the Mississippi Squirrel got loose?
Larry
in the-
Zbyszko, former interviewed subject of Legends List thing. Actually, he was the first one.
Hey, there's
Wasn't
Mr.
he?
Perfect and Razor Ramon and the worst Nitro girl ever.
And Ramblo.
Rambo.
The worst Nitro girl ever, Greg Gagne.
They told me that we were going to come out looking like the Zimbabwe
God.
Express, and I wore my and the joke's on me.
He was supposed to be, fun fact, Greg Gagne in this character was supposed to be a part of Sergeant Slaughter Squad
Yep.
when they fought Hulk Hogan. I made that up. That's not.
He's like
But it was
Corporal Kirshner, only worse.
But Anthony, wasn't there a team in Florida? A couple of big black guys, the
the
Zambuli
Zambuli,
Express.
Elijah Akeem and Kareem
and
Muhammad.
they dressed like Greg Gagne
Yes.
was dressing there.
with the half shirts.
Yeah, the camo
Hey,
gear.
just so you know, there were a lot of dudes in Florida in 1985 wearing half shirts.
By the way,
I still wear them.
Dude, I had an SMU half
Only
shirt
in
I wore in
Florida.
1985.
to finish my point, so that there's a lot of promoters here at the show arguing about like trying to poach talent from the other ones.
Oh yeah.
So there's a good chance the Road Warriors got poached at the show by Jim Crockett.
David Crockett's admitted. He was like, "Hey, here's my number. Give me a call. Here's my number. Give me a call."
So this match,
Hey,
Greg
good news.
Gagne,
Not a single promoter was trying to poach either Ray Stevens or Greg Gagne.
no, Ray Stevens was 100 years old. At
Is that
this show.
Stanley Blackburn?
It looks like it. So in this match, you got Greg Gagne, Kurt Hennig, and Scott Hall against Ray Stevens, Nick Bockwinkel, and Larry Zbyszko. Here we have 5 of the greatest wrestlers to ever grace this planet, and Greg Gagne, as I said to start the show.
I was gonna say, and Greg Gagne.
And Greg Gagne is here too.
Who the
Somebody
hell is
told
that?
the promoter where the hard camera was?
Look at that bare midriff.
I don't think anyone told anyone where the hard camera is. I don't think they know. I think the hard camera went rogue and is just kind of wherever
That
he wants
guy
to be.
puffing a heater could wrestle better than Greg Gagne.
It's Harry
at him.
Carey. He's singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Is that
right now.
Earthquake? Is that Earthquake there? Just
Some guy giving the finger in the
I thought
background.
it was that guy. I thought it
Welcome
was
to
that guy that was in-
Chicago.
He was in Roadhouse.
no, that's
Roadhouse.
That's Dennis Stamp from Beyond the Mat. I only do referee. I only do main events, Funker.
I wasn't booked. I wasn't booked, bro. I wasn't booked, sir.
Actually, I think Dennis Stamp was wrestling for AWA.
This is a 3-hour show. I just like to say thank you to each and every one of you, and I'm going to
yeah.
call you out and recognize you individually at this moment.
Oh boy, God bless you. By the way, David_Kyle on Instagram says Timmy has dumb hair. I wanted to throw that in there.
Gee, I wonder who that could be.
He didn't
Sounds
give a
cool.
he didn't give a last name.
This pay-per-view sucks, by the way.
It actually hasn't been terrible so far.
It got a lot better when I showed up.
I watched a 27-minute little person match.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is wrong with that?
I
That
don't
sounds
think
like
that was-
heaven.
I don't think that was 27 minutes. And to be fair to how much we were watching it, I remember none of it. So
I think we can all say here, Larry Zbyszko's hair is much cooler than anyone else in that ring.
I don't know. Scott Hall.
Scott Hall's looks like Velcro.
It might have been.
Well, I guarantee it would have stuck to his chest.
And it's also not wet.
Neither Zbyszko's.
Guys, I got to head to the UFC show at the local nightclub, so I'm going to let you guys go. Be well.
Titty
Local
bar.
nightclub.
Did you
They
say
got
you're going to
UFC at your local nightclub?
Nightclub?
It's in Miami.
The local place is covering it. Me and my sons are going.
Well, congrats. Tell
Yeah,
your
y'all
sons
have
I'm
fun.
sorry.
Fuck
I love
them
my-
kids.
I love my sons because they're living proof
Oh.
that I've had sex. So
Well, I'm tell them I'm sorry. They got to hang out with you for the next 3 hours.
How do we know they're not adopted?
Is the nightclub Bobby's Booby Bungalow? Like, what is the name of? The nightclub.
Oh, it's
Uncle Buck's
It's
booby
Uncle
bungalow.
Buck's Booby Bungalow.
Hooters.
This
is
is
the name of it.
Snookers in Providence, Rhode
By
Island.
the way, at Uncle Buck's Booby Bungalow, every stripper the first night comes out to Wild Thing.
Good night, guys. Thank you.
Have fun,
Bye,
Andrew.
Byron.
Don't get none on you, and if you do, wash.
Be good.
Snail trail.
Stop it.
He's going to his local Hooters.
So is this when
And sue
Scott
them for
Hall
false advertising.
and Kurt Hennig were like Starship, Scott Hall, and Super Trooper Kurt Hennig? Like, what was that was Starship Coyote?
No, this
This
is
This
just
announcer sucks. What's his name?
This is not an announcer. This is the Commissioner Stanley Blackburn of the.
It's the
AWA.
original judge.
He
from the
looks
People's
like
Court.
Harry Carey.
He looks like the Six Flags guy.
By the
That's
way,
what he
Dave
looks
already
like.
made that joke. Too late.
Did he really? I should probably
Yeah.
pay attention.
He looks like the Six Flags guy from like the mid '90s. That was Starship Coyote.
Why are we listening to?
I just really like hearing myself.
What are we doing?
That's so poor.
I checked y'all. I tried to go to the Instagram, and I
Uh,
couldn't figure out how to mute it. So
Turn it down.
Antonio's just spewing random bullshit now in the chat.
How old
It's
was Nick
interesting.
Bockwinkel here?
Nick
50.
Bockwinkel.
74? 38.
was he
No,
38?
no, he was older than that. He had to have been 50 here. He was
I was
born
thinking
December
50.
December 6, 1934, making him 51 here at this show. Or hey, no, he would have been 54 in December. He's 50.
He would have been 54 in December. He's 50.
No,
What?
he's 50. He would have been 50 on December 6, 1930. Never mind. He's 50. That's all you need to know. That's all the people need to know.
He was 50 here. He'd be 54
Well,
in
so-
December. I don't know how that math
This
works
is
either.
fun. I shit on the Crusher, Dick the Bruiser, and
By the way,
Baron Von
viewership,
Raschke.
viewership now up 600% since I got here. You guys
Later
are
in the
lucky I
show.
showed up.
Meanwhile, Nick Bockwinkel and Ray Stevens, not exactly spring chickens here in this match.
How old was
No, Ray Stevens isn't for sure.
But Nick Bockwinkel if he's probably just finished an AWA World Title reign, about to start another one.
Guaranteed.
This is 1985. Yeah, because Kurt Hennig's not going to win it until 80,
86.
87, 88.
He had just fucked Hogan out of the title for the 77th time a month
By the way,
prior.
Ray Stevens had just turned 50 before the show.
Wow, that's a hard 50.
Hard.
Wait a
50.
minute. Stevens was younger than Bockwinkel?
Yes,
Holy shit.
by a matter of months, but yes.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
And I had the most awkward interaction with Nick Bockwinkel in 2005. I met him at Wrestle Reunion, and he had the belt. He had the inmate belt, yeah, he had it. The ring used, and I wanted to hold it, and he wouldn't let me. So when I got a picture with him, he put the belt around like in front of me, but it was like a prom picture.
We need to put that on. We need to put that on Ram Network so we
Absolutely.
can
By
see
the
it.
way, if you're unaware,
And,
the
and then he
AWA
gave me a hand job, which made it worse.
over the pants.
Over the belt.
By the way, if you're unfamiliar, the AWA World Title belt is Velcro. It's not buttoned. For those belt nerds,
and it's
out there.
ugly.
It's not. It's right here.
It's
And it's
not
gorgeous.
ugly.
It's fucking heavy. I can tell you
It's stupid.
that.
It's called the inmate belt because it was made by the prisoners of the Colorado penitentiary.
'Cause
I
Vern
thought it
Gagnon
was
is a
called
piece
the
of shit.
inmate belt because people that worked for AWA at that point felt like prisoners.
No,
No.
just rock and roll Buck Zumhoff.
Really? Yeah, ask Hogan. I bet he felt like a prisoner.
Well, he wasn't here now.
Well, but he had a chance to win that belt.
No, the reason. No, that's a
Godfather,
whole.
is it past your bedtime, sweetheart?
Man, I ate big today, man.
That's a whole
I
interesting
ate
story.
big.
They were supposed to put
Nikita
the
Lyons
belt-
came over your place.
Dude, man, I was at the buffet and I had this plate, and this chick looked at me and she said, "That's how you load a plate right there. That's what I'm talking about."
And
She was
didn't
350 pounds.
She didn't even work there. It was just some lady.
Yeah, it was somebody else. She's like, because I mean, I had it piled because I started.
She was
with the
standing
Ruta-
next to him at the urinal.
I had
It
the
was weird.
rutabagas and the cabbage.
When
and
you're
the-
I'm
eating
sorry,
the
did you
stove-
say rutabagas?
yeah,
Thank you.
rutabagas.
By the way, when you're at a restaurant, you're eating.
What kind of hellish buffet were you at that had rutabaga
called
on it?
Mama Hamels. And
When you're stacking plates at a restaurant and you make a random stranger comment on it, you're living your best life.
yeah,
What did they have at the carvery exactly?
they didn't have a carver. You could get ribs, you could get fried chicken, you could get baked chicken.
Baked chicken, baked in oil.
Nobody eats baked chicken.
It was one sad little chicken leg on the baked chicken.
Hey, I'm smoking a
with
chicken
rice.
tomorrow.
I
On
had
the
a
Rec
piece of
Tech.
fried chicken.
Nice.
I had bread pudding and peach cobbler.
Bread pudding. Are you British?
No, he's an elderly.
Bread pudding is huge down here.
Bread pudding is British.
That's Yorkshire pudding.
What? It's also Yorkshire pudding.
Yorkshire
The bread pudding is British. By the way, Yorkshire pudding highly underrated.
Also, Timmy, to your asking, cocaine's a hell of a drug for Ray Stevens. Looking at him, he's clearly not on cocaine. He is on Coors Banquet beer. That's what he's on.
You know, that was Ric Flair's favorite wrestler.
Ray Stevens, a lot of people, it was.
Yeah, because he used to do all the spots, and that's why Rick's the way he is about doing
Oh,
spots.
God. Here comes Greg Gagne.
I really enjoyed Blue Cyclone.
Is he wearing camouflage pants and yellow boots?
Yes. So you can't see him, but his feet.
Yeah. So from
He'll sneak up on you from under the
ankle
ring.
to waistband, I'm camouflaged, but ankle down, I'm a killer bee. Like, what are we doing right now?
I just
Somebody kill those
I just
dogs.
think that Kurt Hennig
Stop it.
and I think Kurt Hennig and Scott Hall really fucked Gagne on gear.
Oh, you think they fucked Greg Gagne?
They told him we're going to dress this way, and
Maybe it was a rib.
We got a Rambo 2 First Blood. It's the biggest movie in 1985.
You don't think Greg Gagne just
Scott
went-
Hall was like, Greg Gagne. Hey, yo.
I think Greg Gagne's talent.
Rambo.
Fuck Greg Gagne.
Yeah, you don't think Greg Gagne just went rogue and was like, I'm wearing this shit. I'm gonna be badass in Chicago.
He
They'll
looked
get
like
it.
he was
Awesome.
an extra. He looked like he was an extra in the Olivia Newton-John physical video.
Maybe they won't see how shitty I am.
He looks like
By the way, only one in the ring without a tan. Him and
He
Ray
looks-
Stevens.
Yes, correct. And Ray Stevens has a right to not be tan.
Ray Stevens reminds me of what TJ would look like in red underoos.
Actually, Scott Hall reminds me of what TJ would look like in Red Unders.
Yeah, that's
He's
right.
Very hairy.
I am going back to the gym, so I do have those delts for sure.
Definitely not. No.
Yes.
You know, Ray Stevens doesn't really look any worse than Adrian Adonis at this point.
No, he looks better than Adonis. Shit.
But he doesn't move like Adonis. I can promise you that. I just watched some of
Mhm.
Adonis's matches.
He
Nobody
looks
moves
like a
like
young
Adonis.
Bastion Booger.
Oh.
No, he
I
doesn't.
wondered if
Maybe if
Adonis
he-
had a thyroid
If he
problem
duct
late in
tape
life.
his nipples.
He,
No,
he-
Adonis
he-
lost all the weight right before he died because he was fixing to make a comeback.
oddly enough, he looks just like Booker for WWF, his tag team partner.
Here you go. Who are we talking about?
Who, the Canadian guy?
Yeah. The hell was his name?
Hey, say it again so I can help.
First ever
Stevens-
Intercontinental Champion.
Stevens.
Pat-
old
Pat
Patterson.
Pat
Patterson.
Patterson.
Yeah, Pat Patterson and Ray Stevens, exact same body type.
Can I tell Pondwater? You guys know this. I'm going to tell Pondwater this. So we had a conversation years ago when we were still covering wrestling shows on our show, and I said, pound for pound, probably the best tag team of all time is Pat Patterson and Ray Stevens. They shit on me for 25 minutes.
Well, to be fair, there were a lot of pounds.
I caught more shit for that than saying that Toby Keith's patriotism was fake. I got more shit for that
Toby
tag team.
Keith's patriotism was not fake.
I'm just saying I caught more shit for
Yeah.
Patterson and Stevens.
I think his patriotism was real, but I think when the commas and zeros started adding in, I think it was amplified.
Ramped up. So Gagne didn't change his pants for a year. Got it.
That's what you
According to
took out of that?
Mustadon.
Now
Gagne
he wore the
didn't
camo, like,
change
oh.
pants.
Just didn't change his pants. Nasty fuck.
He heard Pat Benatar sing "Love Is a Battlefield" and he was getting ready.
Oh, now
Love
I'm
is a
sad.
battlefield.
Now I'm sad.
Also not part of trivioki tonight.
Well, I'm ready. Let's do it.
He was like, but Dad,
All right,
Fritz let Carrie be the champion.
pond water. Do we do trivioki first or do box score trivia first?
Trivioki.
Trivioki, do it. 11 2.
Listen to him blurt out songs. Half the words are always wrong. Digs up hits that lost their flair. He's got no clue but doesn't care. One hit wonders on repeat. Timmy C's voice ain't so sweet. Blabber on about yesterday's fate while we all just cringe in shame.
Did anybody
11
explain
hit
why
wounders.
Theo's on the one hit wonders?
The game show where I might
And it
as well
has
just
11.
roll.
It's 11 hit wounders.
I might as well just roll off the set here. I point up. But what is fun is the first time I saw that video, I asked Timmy, "Is it where he says, huh?" And I go, "Is that the Monkees or the Beatles?" And he goes, "Neither. It's the Rolling Stones."
Yep. All right. Song number 1 is a cover song. That was
Highway to the
recorded
Danger Zone.
by literally 17,000 people. This is just one of them. Originally,
Brass
by,
monkey.
originally by
question.
the Vandells.
Is it a one who wonder?
It's 11 hit wounders.
This is now going to be a T-shirt. By the way, I'm going to buy a T-shirt press just so I can start making T-shirts.
Is it Locomotion? Is it Locomotion by Kylie Minogue?
It is not.
Oh, Kylie
Kylie
Minogue.
Minogue
is
around
fine.
in 85?
Roller
Right.
Coaster of Love.
So, TJ actually referenced one of the artists in this song just a second ago.
Come on. Locomotion was 1987.
Oh, the Rolling Stones.
Oh, this is on Dancing in the Street with David Bowie and.
Oh, you
Mick
did
Jagger.
Dancing in the Street?
Clue number 3 with David Bowie and Mick Jagger singing it. It could have been Dancing in the Sheets.
This was literally the first story from the first episode we ever did.
Correct.
Was this
Dancing
one?
in the Streets.
Dancing in the Street. Definitely
Not-
not having sex.
Not as good as Van Halen doing it.
They didn't have sex. They just passed out naked in bed together.
Oh, Van Halen's version of Dancing in the Streets was not good.
Hey, Ray
It
Stevens
was,
just got in the ring for the first time.
it was better than Dancing in the Sheets. Song number 2. Clue number 1. This song makes me want to grab onto the back of a pickup truck on top of my skateboard.
Power of Love by Huey Lewis and the News.
Yeah.
Wow.
TJ.
I'm on the board for the
Good
first
job,
time.
DJ.
Love.
It only took me till April, and I
Clue
finally
number
got on the
2.
board.
Clue number 2 was it's not Celine Dion. So there was that.
Oh, nice.
Near,
All right.
far,
No.
wherever
The Power of Love. No.
Have y'all seen the new 3D images of the Titanic?
What?
They've mapped out the Titanic and with new 3D imagery.
Nerds.
Are they going to raise it? Because that'd be
No.
cool.
Scott Hall
They
gets
ever-
the win. He's the bad
ever-
guy.
They ever find that door that killed Jack?
Oh.
Wait, he died in that? Spoiler alert.
Oh,
shit.
did you guys watch the interview they just did with what's the guy Bill Hader?
Yeah, where he said, yeah, talking about when he was a ticket taker at the movie
He was
theater.
a ticket taker at the movie theater, and I guess a teenage girl was rude to him when he's walking in the theater. So he told me, like, "Oh, by the way, I don't know if I'd waste your time getting popcorn. Jack dies.
No, he goes, the ship sinks and Jack dies.
Yeah, don't waste your time."
Did you know that there's a Titanic 2
Why?
movie? There's a Titanic 2 movie.
Well,
Is it about the
on
Exxon?
network.
Is it about the
Look it
Exxon
up.
Valdez?
Look it up. Just trust me. There's actually there are 2 sequels to Titanic.
What?
Yeah. Look it up, Dave.
Of course, Greg Gagne, Kurt Hennig, and Scott Hall wins the match. Who gets the promo time? Greg Gagne.
Look at
Of
that
course.
mustache, man.
The one
Right.
person nobody wants to hear of out of that
Hey.
trio.
Song number 3.
Titanic 2.
Yikes.
See?
100 years later, lightning strikes twice.
Bruce Davidson and Brooke Burns.
I never heard of either one. Is that Brooke Hogan's pseudonym?
No, Brooke Burns was on
Ken
Baywatch.
Burns' daughter.
She's on that Skechers commercial where she's tying those white tennis shoes.
She was on Baywatch, wearing one of those red bathing suits with her titties out.
I almost pee my pants looking at that poster.
I
I'm
told
gonna
you.
watch.
By the way,
Titanic 2 tonight.
hey, do you want to know what the second sequel is? Titanic 666.
Stop it.
Look at them. The Freebirds are painted up. They're painted up to fight the Road Warriors. I've got trading cards with the Freebirds with this paint on their face.
All right, we got one more song to get through.
Okay.
Song number 3, clue number 1. This video was cool as shit. Thank you.
Oh, Dave's dying.
COVID.
It's a song about microwave
Finally,
ovens and custom delivery.
Oh, Money for Nothing by the Dire Straits.
We got installed.
All these microwave ovens. Custom kitchen delivery. We got to move these refrigerators. We got to move these color TVs. But I do love.
Yeah, we're gonna
Weird
watch
Al.
along Titanic 2 on RAM.
We should.
I think Titanic 666 sounds cooler.
I do. I much enjoy Weird Al's version. I want my MTV.
Titanic 666, also known as Titanic Rises and Titanic 3, is a 2022 American supernatural horror film. Sounds terrible. It was released on Tubi. So we can
Tubi.
watch it on Tubi.
Nice.
Pretty
I
sure
could
there are
watch
no
Poseidon
copyrights on
Adventure.
Tubi. I think we can watch that wherever we want.
Right. YouTube can't pull us down. It's free.
By the way,
Michael Hayes doing the moonwalk.
That's
Michael
not the
Hayes
moonwalk.
looked like he got pulled straight off Panama City Beach in 1985.
By the way, here's my one note for this match. It's 85, spanning the United States wrestling scene. These are probably the two most known tag teams in the country, right?
That's fair.
Freebirds and the World Warriors.
That's very fair.
This was also, mind you, this was before
What are you talking about? We had, what is it, the American
Males.
Ninja Warriors or whatever
What the fuck are you talking
in
about?
WWF. Barry Windham and Rotundo.
The U.S. Express?
U.S.
Yeah,
Express.
that's what I said. The American Ninja
You
Warriors.
threw a ninja in there.
Barry Windham's a bad man.
Here we go.
Oh, they wrestling the Road Warriors, huh?
So let me get this straight. The Freebirds lose to them, and who was it that beat them the next night?
Steve Regal and Jimmy Garvin beat him the next night.
Jesus Christ.
And again, not Lord Steven Regal.
Yeah, that would at least be respectable.
Match is already over?
No, they're just trying to stomp off.
Oh.
They said, yeah.
Michael Hayes looking for Georgia.
Michael Hayes ain't painting his face like that for 2 minutes.
Hey, Moose. That was the joke, sir, is that they were mid. Yes. Stick around. I'm going to make more. Don't worry.
Mike Rotunda and Barry Windham mid, please.
The tag
Scoff.
team was. The tag team
Scoff.
was mid.
Scoff. Who's going to fight the Orient Express, if not for the U.S. Express?
They weren't there at the same time.
Do you know what the tag team name should have been in 1985? The
American Ninja Warriors. I just told you.
No, they should have been the American Express.
The American Express would have been better.
They'd be the American Express today, and it'd be sponsored.
That's what
Correct.
I'm saying. In
The American
85,
Express sponsored by Discovery.
there was no fight. There was no better way of showing off someone's wealth than having an American Express card. That was it.
I mean, Rotunda would go on to show how rich and powerful he was.
Well, in the IRS, I mean, it's kind of cheating, isn't it?
Well, not when he got to WCW. What was he there? Billy Wall Street?
VK
or-
Wall Street.
VK Wall Street.
I love that Buddy went back to the back and got painted up for the
Yeah, I
name.
say I love that Buddy loses his match and then paints his face and comes back out.
They won't recognize him.
Listen, I am painting my face for fucking Mil Mascaras, but I'll
Sir, we can't
Let's keep
keep
going.
this on. You keep sweating. I don't know, but he's a hell of a walker.
He walks like he's full load shit.
How old was he here?
He's speeding
26.
for real.
Oh, he can't be 30. 31 maybe.
No, he's like 26, 27.
No.
59.
In 1985, he was 25.
There you go.
26.
He was born in
25.
59, so he was 25 March. She was 26 here.
That's what I said.
Look at Gordy selling that.
I wouldn't have sold shit. I'd have treated them like they were treating us.
Well, here's the thing. Hawk and Animal are probably being pretty gentle to Gordy because Gordy could have murdered half the front row by himself. If he really
Yeah,
wanted
but they
to.
were so roided up they didn't know.
Oh, they would have known. There's a reason why the roided up Warriors never fucked with the Steiner brothers or Ron Simmons. They would have found out.
Can we talk about the spear that Braun Breaker delivered? Jesus Christ.
Damn,
All
dude.
that a spear? It looks like he just threw himself from the rafters.
How did Carlito not get cut in half?
Like they showed that one replay of like the ramp side, and all I see is like his shoulder hit Carlito, and then his head hit the floor.
But I will tell you,
They did lose
Hey.
to Sheik and Volkov at WrestleMania.
There you go. Like somebody just shot him out of a cannon.
he took better care of Carlito there than either of the Steiner brothers took care of anyone in there.
And Carlito knew when to bump.
Yeah.
Right.
Carlito's like,
When
if
you're
I
working
don't
with
move,
people that know how to
I'm
work,
dying.
Yeah, I mean, in that instance, you have that split second thought, like, man, if I don't work this, I'm gonna have a concussion. So
Concussion, hell, I'm going to have a severed spinal cord.
there's a 290-pound man hurtling at me at the speed
At
of sound.
77 miles an hour. Like I could have been hit by a car going 50 and felt better.
By the way, the greatest tag team name of all time, the Violence Miracle Connection, Terry Gordy and Dr. Death
yeah.
in Japan. That's fantastic.
They ever go up against the Can-Am connection? Because
I just watched the prime time where they formed, and it is the corniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
You know,
Well-
I think the AWA knew that the Freebirds weren't going to be regular there,
They weren't a regular anywhere.
and they had
Can we
to,
fast forward this? It's really
No.
boring.
and they had to put the belts on somebody. So
I did. I was going to.
Let's do a time check for everybody watching. We got some new watchers here.
I got
600%.
Shut up. I got 144, 40, 41, 42, 43.
Okay, cool. I'm 4 seconds fast.
Good.
I'm 2 seconds fast.
I was going to mention here this match is actually before the Freebirds spent an entire 2 weeks in the WWF and got fired.
No, they quit when they tried to split them up.
Quit.
what movie did they make a cameo in at this time?
Was it Roadhouse?
Roadhouse. No, that was Terry Funk.
No, Terry Funk was not a K. He was a role. I thought
Oh.
Freebirds might have had a. I don't know.
They were on the television set in Highlander.
Oh.
Never seen
There's a
it.
scene where the television's on and the Freebirds are wrestling on television.
There are so many movies that I'm supposed to watch. I need to start writing them down.
Dave, how was the Breakfast Club?
He
It's
said it
terrible.
sucked. He had you. He said he hated it so much he didn't even finish it. He said, "Fuck him out," and just left.
He watched it 8 minutes.
Fuck
No,
Judd
I've watched
Nelson.
like halfway through. It's stupid.
Fuck. He said, "Fuck Judd Nelson. I'm gonna mail him a poop in the mail."
Judd Nelson is now they're sneaking out of the library because the guy went somewhere after spilling coffee all over himself.
Yep, that's
It's
half.
stupid.
You're about halfway. This is the turnaround. They're about to start bonding where you're at.
I don't like Judd Nelson. I would beat the shit out of him if I was in that school.
Yeah, well, Molly Ringwald lost her virginity to him, so
In the movie.
you don't know that.
I'm pretty
Spoiler
sure.
alert.
I will tell you that one of my favorite American Dad skits is right, or what the fuck's the dad's name?
Stan.
Stan is going in for voluntary jury duty at the day he's allowed to do it. So they show everyone in jury duty. This video is Judd Nelson doing it, and he said, back in the day, he goes, I had to turn auditions away. He goes, now I would literally kill for audition, and then they pan to Stan, wording it with his mouth. He goes, I would literally kill someone for an audition. Pondwater must think this is funny because I have no idea what half the sentence means. Who's Connor McLeod? Is he related to Conor McDavid? Or Conor McGregor?
Or Ronald McDonald.
Ron
I thought they
McDonald.
were on a television set.
Oh, the movie, The Highlander.
I ain't seen the shit in 40 years, so
Oh, now he's getting defensive. He's like, bitch,
I'm an elderly.
I'm old.
So is Highlander, by the way.
No. There you go. I don't know who the producer is, but they put that shit in there. Dave must have, like his normal shows, he's got poor Tap from the other room producing the show.
No, I went and did that.
Oh. Way to throw the magic away. No, it was me. I did it. No, I have shit to do.
I've never even heard of it.
You never heard of the Highlander?
Mm-mm.
That is crazy.
There can only be one. I know that.
Yeah.
That's true. Bob Rohrman.
But oddly
enough,
enough, there were two of them in WWF.
Highlanders.
Yeah. They got
Were they
fired for going to TNA.
Well, one of them did. Were they
Oh, yeah.
called?
Rory and Robbie.
Were they called the Highlanders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's lame.
Well, there can only be one fired.
Hey, Michael Hayes is working his ass off in here with Hawk.
Yeah, it's still there, I see it.
Imagine being a WWF tag team and getting fired because you went to a TNA show in 05 or 09 or whatever that was.
TNA was hot then.
What was
Were they?
Hawk's last name? Was it Tua?
Hawk
Yeah.
Tua. That was your dad joke for the day. You don't get one at the end of the show now.
Yeah, I do. Watch this magic.
Why is
All
your
right.
dick in your hand?
Reversal to the corner. Oh, Gordy backs in, gets hit in the back of the head.
I love the
Both
dichotomy.
men are down.
I love the dichotomy of Dave, that he is like the most brash, just uncaring son of a bitch I know, but also he's the lamest motherfucker I've ever met in my life.
Who?
You.
Your
We're
mama's
talking about
COVID.
palm water.
So Palm Water is this loving elderly man that we all watch on these shows, and then me, Timmy, and Sarah sit with him in a hotel room, and he tells us stories that made me legitimately scared of this man. You piss him off, he turns
Makes me scared he's going to give me VD is what it makes me scared.
Oh,
of.
that's not at all what I thought, but I was more thinking along the lines of like, you piss him off, he turns into Steven Seagal from 1986
Before he was famous?
before he was fat, is what I was getting at.
Thank you.
And before his karate was just this.
It's like a short arm clothesline every time.
That video, I just saw it the other day. That video of him just throwing people is my favorite.
But it was always like just a clothesline.
Oh yeah. No, what I love is one guy like stumbled and kind of tripped. So he helps, he picks him back up, and then just like JBLs him right in the middle of that. Just
That guy took a chair. Ellering took a hard chair shot.
Oh no.
By the way, enough people don't know that Precious Paul Ellering a hell of a wrestler in his own right before he got
Yeah, he
hurt.
was. You
Oh,
can
the
find-
Freebirds
he had
hit
some
each
really
other.
good stuff in Mid South.
I saw him what I've seen of him was Memphis. 1979,
Animal
I think it
whips
was.
Hayes off the rope for the power slam.
Look at
Power
Terry
slam.
Gordy getting up. Look at Gordy getting up. Not that he would have had a lot of choice with Animal. The referee almost got murdered. Power slam. You think Animal would go on the ropes like, hey, ref, get the fuck out of the way. Down for the cover. Hayes, the referee, is just commission referees. He's got his head up his own ass here.
Well,
2, 3, your winner, the Freebirds. Terry Gordy with the pin. I will be honest with you, I did not see that coming.
Somebody's got to be taking the belts away from them.
Look at that. New champions.
Well, didn't Pirates just say the Freebirds lost the title the next day?
Yeah, they'd strip them. and then
Okay.
the Road Warriors defended again the next night.
Did you see the crowd throwing beers and drinks at the Freebirds?
Look at it.
Actually, a fun fact: this is Comiskey Park. They just didn't have garbage cans. They didn't know what else to do with them.
Have you ever seen the match between Garvin and Regal against the Road Warriors?
No.
I wonder if it was a phantom title change. They just
Well,
gave the belts. Just gave the belts to him.
Dave is right. I read up on. I just forgot to put it in my notes. I did read up on this. They reversed the decision the next night and stripped the Freebirds. And I think Regal and Garvin won the vacated titles over the Road Warriors.
With help from the Freebirds.
There you go.
Okay.
But it still doesn't explain how we got Regal and Garvin as a tag team, let alone the tag team champions.
Well, there's Vern.
Vern. You know what I mean, Vern?
Vern's out here.
He might strip him now.
Can we get a replay of what happened here?
He's asking for a replay of what happened.
The sports division.
Oh, Hayes hit him with a foreign object.
I wonder if this is being broadcast on the sports channel.
No, didn't exist yet. But if you want to
Replay.
watch something
Replay.
on the sports channel, Herb Abrams UWF.
Oh God. We need to figure out what their main WrestleMania was because I would murder. to
I'm
watch
telling
a
you,
UWF
it's
show.
Beach Brawl.
With our audience to watch a Herb Abrams UWF show. Shit. You kidding me? What UWF show did we watch with Efren
Beach Brawl.
when he had the most ridiculous fart into a microphone of all time?
Yeah.
By the way,
I forgot
There-
about that.
to Moose's point, there is a hell of a
It broke
clip
me again.
with Paul Ellering and a bunch of kids in a ring together when Paul Ellering was wrestling.
Uncomfortable as fuck.
Pondwater was there when we watched that in Huntsville. Man, we were just watching that going, what in the actual hell is going on here?
I remember watching. Was it UWF Beach Brawl?
There's one half of demolition.
I can't remember if it was Beach Brawl or what's Blackjack bullshit. What was the other one?
Blackjack Brawl. Is the
I
other
can't.
one.
I can't remember which one it was. But Efren farted ridiculous in the mic,
That was Beach Brawl.
and what you hear is me fall out of the chair wheezing because I'm drunk by this point of the show, and then Dave just goes, "Oh my god!"
We got one half of demolition in this tag team, and then we've got new member to the WWE Hall of Fame, Ivan Koloff.
Koloff.
Well, didn't Demolition did they get in?
Not yet.
Early,
Not yet.
no, they didn't. No, but also, so people that are upset that the natural disasters are getting in before Demolition just settled their lawsuit like a month ago.
What did
They're
they
back.
get? Like a ham sandwich and fucking.
They got to use that. They get to make money off the gimmick, more or less.
That's it.
They've been
Well, I
doing
mean,
that anyway.
They've been doing that.
I'm sure they got some compensation too, but
That
They
means
got
we're gonna
Legends.
get- that
They
means we're
signed
gonna
him to a
get-
Legends deal.
That means
They
we're going
signed
to get
what?
new demolition figures.
and we'll get Demolition Hall of Fame next year. Is what it means.
My shit froze.
Yeah, so
Mine
did
too.
mine.
Buckeye cable
to be Buckeye. What?
Did you see that sign? It said "Kill commies."
Yeah. Kill the commies.
That's pretty.
Yeah, there it is. Look at that.
Wow, that's pretty to the point.
Dave, you got to pause for like 5 seconds.
So here you go. By the way, time cue. Let's do
Well,
that.
Dave didn't have to watch Buckeye Vision timeout.
1:56, 26, 27, 28.
31, 32,
I'm at
33.
39.
I'm at 32, 33.
I'm at 33.
37,
Tell me we get
Me and Timmy
41.
are like this.
I'm at 40, 41. Yeah.
Dave is 2 seconds ahead of me.
And
I'm not
On
watching
Water,
anyways.
On Water is literally watching the next SuperClash.
This match is the Russians, Crusher Khrushchev, Ivan, and Nikita Koloff, as they defend the NWA World Six-Man titles against the Crusher, Dick the Bruiser, and Baron von Raschke.
Also known as the Elderlies.
Look at him. This feels like an AEW main event. The Crusher's 59. Dick the Bruiser, 59. But Von Ratchke is 45. So their legit combined days is 100
437.
is 163.
All right.
And Ivan Koloff's 43.
Little piece of trivia here. When the Baron came out with his team, do you know what song played?
No idea.
Thank you for being a friend.
Stop it. So I didn't watch the show, obviously, before writing these notes, but I bet you this match is going to have a great crowd reaction, but it's going to suck. By the way, I say Ivan Koloff's 43, but Ivan Koloff's best work's coming up here in the NWA. Ivan Koloff's still getting around at 43. Pretty good.
Yeah, he looks a lot older than 43, though.
There's Smash.
Well, he's definitely not 59.
The hell is, man, he's wrestled recently and apparently bled. All right, so that's what, Dick the Bruiser in the ring? Now Baron.
That's the Crusher.
Oh, the Crusher.
Baron Von Raschke's in the ring now.
So the Dick Bruiser's over there on the side.
Yes.
By the way, we're lucky. This is the Windy City. Big gust of wind comes through here. Baron might be leaving this stadium. Those ears. Oof.
Baron Von Raschke, if you just saw him here, you probably wouldn't think the highest of him. In his day, that dude was over as a heel.
There's Moose in 1985. What are we doing?
No, that guy was standing.
The chick with the mullet perm and the members only jacket got me.
But Scott Hall come back out?
Yeah. Yeah, he's in the back there. You see him?
Did she have a mustache? I guess was
Probably had a Subaru.
We'd call her Efren.
He did just buy a Subaru.
Who knew Ephraim was a lesbian?
Efren's not getting anywhere near lesbianism.
I'm about to have a Subaru myself.
What?
But mine's a 2011 Forester.
Mm.
I'm buying it from my dad so I can drive it back and forth to work and not put miles on my truck. He just rebuilt both the heads on it.
Look at that.
Does it come with like a free sports bra or?
No, it's because of the free subscription to the Spice Channel, though. I'm looking forward to that.
Ooh.
Peace.
I'm surprised that.
Where are you going? We still have 2 competitions to go, and he just left.
Yeah. I'm apparently his replacement.
We just have one. We just have Boxer Trivia left. What a penis. I'm going to have to pee before we do that.
That's not what Jandy said.
She must be in the hot tub.
All right, well, go pee, and me and Pondwater will carry this.
I don't want to miss
like
this.
we do the entire network.
I don't want to miss this geriatric 6-man. Oh, here he comes, 60-year-old Dick the Bruiser. Look at him get worked up, folks. All right, I'm gonna go pee.
This comeback by Dick is sponsored by Blue Chew.
He is a Dick Bruiser, that's for certain. Man, I hope to look that good when I'm 80. Is Koloff bleeding again? Just because where he had bled in previous nights got busted open? Jesus.
Our Bruiser and Crusher are probably laying it in stiff. Send Moose a link.
Moose, send me your email or something or other. Or if you have my phone number, text me and I'll send you a link.
This is not a horrible match.
Not considering 3 of them are a combined 180. The Baron is not Russian, Devin.
And I hate that we can't. And I hate that we can't hear the crowd because in Chicago the Crusher and Bruiser are over. This is a lot, we get Fritz von Erich coming out of retirement and we're looking through it at 2025 eyes instead of 1985 eyes. I mean, if Hogan comes out at WrestleMania, somebody's gonna pop. So if Rick came out at WrestleMania, somebody would pop.
Yeah,
And
somebody.
he's 75 years old.
Although he tries to wrestle, I'm just going to get concerned.
Mm.
By the way, the youngsters in this match definitely taking care of the older guys.
Oh, they are.
Because they just held up Darso and he was just like standing here like this, and like their version of holding him was just grabbing him by the back of the neck, and he was like,
Who did Von Raschke manage when he went to the WWE for a short period of time?
"Oh, who was it?"
We just it didn't last.
Here, I can find out.
Was it?
The Barbarian
That's it.
and the Warlord.
That's right.
Oh, that's right. He was the original manager for the Powers of Pain. Before
Yeah, because the Warlord talked
he
about it
sucked.
on the.
yeah,
And he
on
wore
the
that
Zoom that I
white
hosted.
towel.
the Fujian.
I hosted that Zoom and heard about it and forgot.
By the way, if you're my garbage man next week and you notice 2 full beer cans in the garbage, they're not. Don't just leave them be.
That's cryptic.
Yeah, that's weird.
I just pissed in a beer can. If you really needed me to spell it out for you.
Don't have toilets in your house?
Not down here. That's the next project. Is my bathroom down here.
I'd have walked upstairs. I'm just.
Hey,
No.
I was in a locker room.
When you have an autistic son, you don't walk upstairs because he likes it, loves it down here.
Mm.
I will have to fight him to come back down here, and I will lose. By the way, he's 8, and I will get murdered.
A famous old school wrestling manager I was on a show with.
The Grand Wizard.
It was not the Grand Wizard.
He's
He
dead.
was sitting
No
on a
wizard.
chair where all he had to do was stand up and walk through a door and be inside the bathroom. He stood up, turned around, and pissed into a 1-liter wide mouth Pepsi bottle.
That's some like, was he holding it or was it on the floor?
He held
Sheik?
He held it.
Okay.
He held the bottle and he peed in it.
The
Eddie
original Sheik.
But he just could have took 2 steps and been in the restroom.
Eddie Creechman. Lou
Well,
Albano.
that sounds like he just wanted to show his dick to everybody.
They turned his back though,
Well, that's weird.
and he
then.
had this huge robe on, so you couldn't have seen him anyway.
Give me a
All
company.
right, so Mr. Fuji. No, he doesn't have.
No, it was Skandar Akbar.
Well, that's not fun. If you're giving a company, I could have guessed him eventually, but
By
hey,
the way,
let's make trivia out of this. He's like, no, Skandor.
Mo- Moose would like a link to come join us.
Well, I don't think he's going to be. Well, for one, it's in the group chat or in the comments.
No, he's
Isn't it?
wanting a link for us to invite him into StreamYard.
But isn't it in the comments? I thought.
No,
that's
not the
YouTube.
public.
Listen, had enough of you.
We
Correcting
can't be inviting. Everybody would be trying.
just random hooers into the show.
Moose has professional
Credentials.
broadcasting abilities.
He does.
Like you
Well,
just
he
left
has-
your camera
That's
going.
professional broadcasting.
You just left your camera going.
I
His
don't know
window would
about
have said, "Be
ability."
back in a few minutes."
Yeah, if you were paying attention, you would have saw my arm enter and leave again with the beer bottle.
Here's Boris
Boris
Zukov.
Zukov, baby. Why didn't he interfere on behalf of the Russians in the last one?
Also, definitely not Russian.
No, he's going to be. Who did we determine that he was in WWE, Tim? That
No, he
cousin-
was born. You're thinking
Zukov.
of the Mongol who
Oh.
became like cousin Eddie, and
Yeah,
The
he's
hillbilly.
Boris Zukov.
he is Boris Zukov.
He's going to
Sergeant-
fight Sergeant Slaughter for the AWA America's Championship. And again, love the fact Sergeant Slaughter, America's #1 Army man or Marine,
He's not an army man at all.
not a real Marine, is defending the America's title against Russia in 1985.
Yeah, everybody's hollering "stolen valor," and I'm like, no, it's kayfabe. The dude's been playing this part for years.
Well, he even said that Sergeant Slaughter's a Marine vet. Bob Remus is not.
To be fair, though, like Corporal Kirshner, actual soldier.
He was. Actually, most of the guys who played the gimmick in the 80s were,
Yeah.
including Ranger Ross, as ridiculous as that is. Ranger Ross. All right, I guess let's do this while this match is starting up.
Step into the past with your game face on. Box score trivia where legends are born. Who scored the goals and who made the play? Get ready to guess every single day. Box score trivia, bringing the heat from the courts and fields to every athlete's feet. Test your knowledge and show you the best in this game of history. There's no time to rest.
By the way, I cannot tell you how much it pisses me off that we got a new show and a new box score trivia song and segment, and Steve Bartman's still in the motherfucker. That annoys me to no end.
Pondwater, how do you feel about the Cavender twins?
For him.
I'm for it.
I'm
I
for
am-
them too.
Pro. Here we go.
Hey, keep it up.
1980.
I might be 6 of them.
Oh, 9. 1985 NFL
Wood.
league leaders. September of 85. I was this close to being NBA because Timmy and Dave decided to be assholes last week and shit on me for baseball. I almost went NBA. I should have gone hockey and been a real dick. Passing touchdown leaders 1985. Let's see how many you can give me.
Joe
We got
Montana,
Joe Montana tied for second with 27. A 4-way
Dave-
tie, by the way.
Danny
Dave
White.
Craig,
Dave Craig tied for second with 27. Danny White, 9th with 21.
Dan Marino,
Led the league with 30.
John Elway,
Tied for 7th with 22.
Bernie Kosar,
Great guess, but no. Look at
85.
this
Ken Anderson,
capacity crowd. Ken Anderson, no. Wrong Bengal.
Boomer Esiason,
Boomer Esiason tied for second with 27.
Steve DeBerg,
You know what's funny? I was just going over some cards I forgot I had from like 1982, and Steve DeBerg on the Chiefs is on there as one of the cards. No, he's not on here. Actually, I lied. He is tied for 10th
thank
with
you.
19. Bonus point if you can name the team.
Chiefs?
No,
No idea.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
There.
Legend. Tampa Bay legend. Let's see. You have 1, 2, 3 left.
Teams, please.
Minnesota. You're not going to get it. Minnesota. The Giants. The
Phil
Jets.
Sims,
Phil Sims tied for 7 with 22.
Ken
Minnesota-
O'Brien,
6th with 25. You've just got Minnesota to go. Number 9 in your program, number 1 in your heart.
not Randall Cunningham, so I have no idea.
Nope.
Or Dante Culpepper.
Nope.
Frank Viola.
Nope. Minnesota Twins legend, Frank Viola.
That was the right stadium. I don't know.
Was it? Did the Vikings play in the Metrodome?
Yep.
I guess they did because you always saw the ball.
Yeah.
game.
I don't know. Tell us.
Tommy Kramer
Oh.
tied for 10th with 19.
Kramer versus Kramer.
Kramer versus Kramer. That's correct. I don't know why we both thought of that, but yes. Let's go to rushing yards leaders. So Sergeant Slaughter's getting his ass beaten on the pitcher's mound.
Herschel Walker.
Herschel Walker, no.
James Brooks.
There's no Bengals, to the surprise of no one.
Well, he could have been a Buccaneer at that point.
He's not. There is a Buccaneer on here, but
Eric Dickerson.
actually, this Buccaneer is one of our first shows. One of my first show types we ever did. But don't try to figure it out. You're not going to get it. Eric Dickerson, 8th.
Walter
How about
Payton.
this? He had 1,234 yards in 1985.
1, 2, 3, 4. Get your woman on the floor. Peyton. Walter Payton.
Herschel Walker.
Third, 1,551. Herschel Walker, no. I don't know why we're getting random Instagrams. That's weird. In the comments section. It's not the name of a person.
No, I was telling Moose where he could find his link.
Okay.
Um,
Not a lot of names. you
Ernest
think of when you
Ernest
think
Biner.
historic
Who's
NFL running backs.
Who's the
No.
congressman that played for the Chiefs?
That's Herschel Walker. Oh, for the Chiefs?
Kemp. No.
Jack Kemp?
Christian McLean.
Jack.
Christian Okoye is who I would have guessed.
Jack Kemp was a quarterback for the Bills in the AFL years.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Trying to think about 85.
yeah, that.
There's the Dallas Cowboy on here.
Riggins.
The Diesel, John Riggins. No.
What? Give it.
Tony Dorsett.
Tony Dorsett, 6 was 1,307. Here's your
O.J.
team.
Simpson.
No, shit. Cleveland, New
Ernest
England.
Biner.
I'll give you a clue on the New England guy. He was Eric Dickerson's teammate at SMU.
That's Craig James.
Oh, Craig James, bitch.
Craig James.
Definitely allegedly murdered a hooker. 9th.
5 of them. 5.
Man, I used to
England
see
Patriots.
James and Eric Dickerson at SMU. I used to go to those games.
1,227. So you got Cleveland, Tampa Bay, the Jets, the Giants, Atlanta, and the Raiders. The Raiders.
Marcus Allen.
Led the league 1,759.
Roger Craig.
No. By the way, the Cleveland Browns running back in question,
Ernest Biner.
he was the running back in the fumble. And it was not Ernest Biner, it was the other one. They had a two-headed monster.
Well, yeah, he was a real monster. No idea. Give us names. We're yeah.
Kevin Mack was 10th, 1,104 from the Browns.
Return of the Mac.
Return of the Mac Morrison. 7th, James Wilder of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 1,500 on the nose.
Sure
Fifth
wasn't
of the-
James Brooks?
I'm sure. 5th of the New York Jets, Freeman McNeil, 1,331. 4th of the New York Giants, Joe Morris, 1,336. 2nd, Gerald Riggs of the Atlanta Falcons, 1,719.
Zero chance I was getting any of those.
Receiving
Sergeant Slaughter
touchdown.
just sent Zukov flying from the top rope in the Ric Flair spot.
You see all the bounce in that ring? Let's do receiving touchdown leaders. If you guys give me 4, I'll be stunned.
Lots of tight ends in this. Mark Bavaro.
Mark Bavaro, there is a giant, but it's not him.
Damn it.
Drew Pearson.
No. There is a
Chris-
Dallas Cowboy on here, not him.
Preston Pearson.
Are you just replacing first names with Pearson?
Everson Walls.
No.
Eddie Brown.
No.
Chris Collinsworth.
I'm going to tell you, out of all the people on this list, there are 0 Hall of Famers.
Because they didn't pass in 80.
Not one.
Trying to think who Danny White was throwing the ball to in 1985.
Nobody. That's why they were terrible.
Well, here's why I say that. Is here in 85, Jerry Rice is a person.
Welcome to the show, Moose.
But I'm going to go with it's going to be something stupid like Roger Craig.
There's one San Francisco and 49er on here. He has the most famous catch probably in team history.
Fuck
Taylor.
him. Fuck him.
John
I don't
Taylor.
even want to. I hate
Pondwater
this.
knows. Pondwater knows who it is. Because it was against the
It's-
Cowboys.
It was the catch. It was
Yeah, I thought it was John Taylor.
Nope.
no, it was
Number 87 in your playbook, number 1 in your heart.
I hate this so much. And I know I can't remember his name now.
Montana rolling right over the top of Ed Too Tall Jones and somebody else.
I cannot believe that I cannot remember this guy's name now.
5
I finally
seconds.
successfully blocked it out after all these years.
I'm just going to call this one because you're not going to
How
get
is
any
it?
of them.
I swear I thought it was John Taylor.
Here you go. For the Dallas Cowboys, Mike Renfro had 8.
Oh,
Of the New York Giants, Bobby Johnson. Tampa Bay, Jimmy Giles, who I think we've covered recently for some reason.
Nope. That was the Jay Giles band.
Oh, it was not.
His angel was
Minnesota,
the centerfold.
Anthony Carter of the Minnesota Vikings. Cincinnati, Eddie Brown.
I said Eddie Brown.
I don't believe you.
No,
Seven.
you
Ac-
didn't.
Actually, I think I said Jennings, but
No.
I think you said Charlie Brown.
I said I got a
Seven.
brown streak in my pants.
Of the Houston Oilers, Drew Hill. 4th, Wes Chandler. Stephon Page of the Kansas City Chiefs. And of the San Francisco 49ers, Dwight Clark.
I can't believe
And
I've
10.
Boston Red Sox legend Dwight Clark.
No, that's not right either.
Third,
3rd,
Slaughter
Dwight
was
Evans.
busted open.
Mike Quick of the Philadelphia Eagles. 2nd, of the Pittsburgh Steelers, my new favorite name of all time, Louis Lips, had 12.
Louis Lips.
And your lead leaguer, the Seattle Seahawks, Daryl Turner, had 13. Let's see if sacks is any better if we're just going to call it.
LT.
Oh, we're doing sacks. We're doing sacks for sure.
LT.
Tied for 8th with 13.
Ronnie Lott.
Why do you do that?
Reggie
You
White.
guess secondary players.
Christian Okoye.
Reggie White, was that one I just heard?
Yeah.
Tied for 8th with 13.
Kevin Green. Nah, probably wasn't around.
I don't hate that
Steve
answer, though.
Mongo McMichael.
There is a bear on here. It is not Mongo.
God.
Actually, a bear led the league.
Fridge.
Julius Peppers.
No.
In 85? He was 7.
You just said Kevin Green.
Yeah.
All right. Kevin Green was around in the 80s.
He was closer, yes. What's fun is looking
Brian
through this
Bosworth.
list. I
Ed
have
Too Tall Jones.
I have 3 of the jerseys of the players on this list. This was fun to me. Ed Too Tall Jones tied for 8th with 13. So
Randy
all the
White.
guys tied for 8th. You're missing 2. Did you say Danny White?
Randy White.
Randy White.
It'd be better if it were Danny White.
No.
I'm not
Hey,
going to
we got
guess
Kamala.
James Francis.
There's Kamala
'cause
with Adnan Al Casey.
Kamala was Sheik Al-Nan Al-Casey getting ready to take on Crusher Blackwell in a $10,000 body slam match.
All right, yeah, so let's wind this up.
Okay,
Give us the
here's
answers.
the rest of your top 10. Carl Mecklenburg of the Denver Broncos and Greg Brown of the Eagles. 6th, Mark Gastineau and Jacob Green.
Gastineau.
5th, Charles Mann. 4th, Dexter Manley, both of Washington Redskins fame. I have Charles Mann's jersey and Gastineau's. And Mecklenburg's.
Gastineau famously tried to attack Brett Favre recently.
And he should have.
Well,
Third,
he should have, but not for the reasons he did.
no, he should have anyway, just regardless.
Didn't he-
Third,
Doesn't he have
Leonard
Brigitte Nielsen
Marshall.
on his resume?
who?
Brigitte Nielsen.
No, that's Sylvester Stallone
I thought Gastineau got her too.
and Flavor Flav.
I thought Gastineau got her too. Was a sentence.
I'm sure there are lots
Just
of
entered on the show.
that have gotten her.
Too.
Third, Leonard Marshall. 2nd, Andre Tippett, and your league leader of the Chicago Bears, Richard Dent. Had
Uh-huh.
Dickie
17.
Dent.
The sack man.
Dickie Dent is what I would give
No, that's
the key to
Bucky
line.
Dent.
Big Dick.
But
Big Dick Dent.
There you go. Here's my write up on this match for Blackwell and Kamala. Timmy quit. Again, if Sheik Adnan looks or sounds familiar, it's because you'd see him pop up in the WWF in 1990, building up to Hogan and Sergeant Slaughter at WrestleMania 7. Kamala had one of the more interesting runs here in the 80s. He feuded with Sergeant Slaughter over the spring of 85. Ultimately lost the boot camp match. He's here against Crusher Blackwell. He goes after Rick Martel in the AWA World title. All the while, he's challenging Magnum TA for the NWA US title and Jim Crockett. As a matter of fact, 2 months before the show, Kamala was on the Great American Bash card against Magnum.
I'm pretty sure he was the Missouri heavyweight champion in '85.
He could have been. He then toured Japan in July of '86, or after. I'm sorry. He toured in Japan, end of '85, beginning of '86. You'd see him pop up in July '86 in the WWF, and now it's going to Blackwell because this is the again, we talked about this when the show started. Yes, Moose.
He also played a Native American named Billy Wolf.
Oh,
Him and Chief J Strongbow were a tag team. World Tag Team champions in the Worldwide Wrestling Federation.
Crusher Blackwell?
No, Sheik Adnan Al-Casey.
Oh, Sheik N.O. Casey. Yes, you're right. We talked about Blackwell's looks are deceiving. He's 5'9", 474 pounds. I don't know what that's pounds per inch, but it's a lot. It's a lot. He actually competed in the 1979 World's Strongest Man competition, but had to withdraw due to injury. He debuted in 74, bounced around a bit before finding his home in the AWA in 79. Here he would spend the next 10 years, 79 to 89, and actually earned the nickname the Rattlesnake due to his quick strikes for his size. Despite competing a lot for the AWA World title, he never won it.
Well, he held the Missouri Championship from December of '84 until August of '85.
That's probably when they were doing the joint promotion Pro Wrestling USA thing. We talked about it in the show. Well, actually, no, they couldn't be doing the Pro Wrestling USA yet. They were just still co-promoting in the NWA. According to legend, Blackwell was looking to go work for the WWF in '84. He was standing in line to record a promo joining an army of other would-be WWF wrestlers and became so frustrated waiting in line, he left and went back to the AWA. I don't know who told that story. It's probably him.
It's probably good for him because he looks like a soup sandwich.
Blackwell passed away at 95 due to injuries sustained in an auto accident. He was only 45 years old. Kamala signed by Kamala. It's a pop before pops were a thing.
Is that Kamala or Kimala?
Kimala. In the AWA, he is Kimela.
He spells it with an A there.
I think he was Kimala in Texas also.
He was Kamala everywhere except for WWF.
There you go. So I believe we're down to 2 matches, I believe, left after this one.
And it's something that Kamala and Ivan Koloff are going to the WWE Hall of Fame this year, and they're both on this show.
Well, Kamala's in, correct?
Kamala and Koloff both are in.
Okay.
This year, they're going in as.
They're going. I thought Kamala was already in.
Yeah, no, he just signed the Legends deal. His family signed the Legends deal, and
oh, my thing got moved. That's what I wanted to do. There you go.
I was going to say, this is our joke that we're just going to keep putting the Persian clubs in there.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is that Kamala, they've really. I mean, I'm glad they put him in the Hall of Fame, even though that afterthought wing. They don't get
call it the afterthought wing.
They don't get their moment on stage, is what I'm saying. But next year WrestleMania is in New Orleans, and that would have been a good time for
I agree.
For Kamala to get the.
So let's do this. Let's run down some other people on this card and we'll say yay or nay should be in the Hall of Fame. Rick
Okay.
Martel.
Yes.
Yes.
Yay.
I absolutely say yes.
Yes.
Stan Hansen. Is he in the
Yes.
is he in the WWE Hall
He
of
is
Fame?
in the WWE Hall of
Okay.
Fame.
I wasn't sure whether he was or not.
Broke Bruno's
Magnum
neck.
TA.
Yes.
Okay.
In the WWE Hall of Fame?
Yes. 100%.
No.
Well, if Vern Gagne's in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Well, to be
exactly.
fair, Vern actually had ties to the WWE
No, he didn't.
just by being an asshole to Vince.
Well, that's two different things.
Like,
And
I don't know they ever
And
approached
so did
Magnum.
Terry. Terry, Magnum TA, turned down Vince famously. He was supposed to go at some point, and he turned him down. I mean, if you can't put Magnum TA in that Hall of Fame, is it really a Hall of Fame?
Well, it's a Hall of Fame for the WWE.
I mean, Coco Ware's in there, so you know.
Yeah.
But Coco wrestled in WWE.
S.D. Jones is in the Hall of Fame
He wrestled there for 50 years.
for a long time. Jerry Blackwell, while we're watching him.
No.
No.
Shouldn't be in any Hall of Fame, by the way.
No.
Except maybe the old country buffet Hall of Fame.
Timmy's underselling Crusher. Like, I think it's a lot closer.
I
than
don't
you
think that you appreciate Crusher's body of work.
I appreciate the Ayatollah's body of work, but is it really like so he's Vader before Vader. He's Bam Bam before Bam Bam.
Yes. Who called him Bam Bam earlier? Was that Pyrus? That's
Yeah.
perfect. He is Bam Bam before Bam Bam. That's how I would consider it.
Oh yeah, but
Except Bam Bam was
This is the WWE Hall of Fame.
Again, Vern
over
Gagne's in
the
it.
years, like his big pop is 84 to like 86 in AWA only. So if you only look at his time in AWA, then yes, of course. But anything outside that, he was like,
Baba and Inoki are both in
He
the
was a
Hall of Fame.
Missouri, two-time Missouri heavyweight champion.
yeah.
So, all right, so this is a good conversation. I don't know if either. Actually, I don't know if any of these guys are the Crusher,
I don't
Bruiser,
think-
or Baron von Raschke in the Hall of Fame.
I believe
I think the Crusher
both
is.
are actually.
I'm going to say that Crusher Blackwell's a no because he doesn't have the mainstream appeal. You
Yeah.
probably could ask 100 people who he was, and the majority of them
See, that reason
sadly would not know who he was.
because I would say outside of Minnesota, unfortunately, probably not well known.
40 years later, he's not. And
He's
that's
the
sad.
other wrestler from Stone Mountain.
But he,
Oh.
I mean, he used to wrestle quite a bit, and I mean, wrestling at the Chase.
Yeah, like he
All right, so
had an
I'm going to tell you, if we're
OP.
arguing it, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll agree
We
with
are
you.
arguing it. That is why
I
we're
think
doing
it's sad. I think his in-ring body of work warrants it, but I don't think that just because you'd be like, who?
Yeah.
it. Well, I mean, they are doing the what do they call it? The legacy induction.
Speaking of Hall of Fame, Smoky
Yeah, that's-
Mountain Rain.
The legacy is
definitely
what
a
I was
Hall of
referring
Fame
to.
song.
Dick the Bruiser went in 2021. The Crusher is not in the Hall of Fame.
So that's another example of like the Crusher is only known for AWA. Like, yeah, he had a career before that in the NWA and all that, but his main focus is that time in the AWA. And unless you're
Goodness.
from Minneapolis,
this is
or
my
you've
feeling as well.
studied
Fuck Crusher,
history
move
of it.
along. Next.
I didn't realize there was so much hate for the Crusher.
Yeah, fuck him. Move on.
Baron von Raschke.
But I didn't think you could have the Bruiser without the Crusher.
I thought Baron was already in.
Is he?
Baron said that's all that the people need to know.
That's all the people need to know.
I thought Baron was in. Simply, I mean, he's eligible because he was a manager. in
There's the
WWE.
body slam on Kamala.
Which, by the way, bullshit.
Baron Von Raschke not in the Hall of Fame.
They should be because he
And
managed.
here's
Powers of Pain.
here's the one sentence it brought to me when I asked if he's in the Hall of Fame. Baron Von Raschke's omission for the WWE Hall of Fame is straightforward. He worked a Nazi gimmick.
But he should be because guess what? He was at least in the WWE.
By the way,
was.
we watched back in the day, the Tap Guy Theater days. We watched an AWA show that the Nasty Boys wrestled under a hood, and there was like 4 people on one show that all had swastikas on their outfit. Like it was a lot.
AWA was into that shit.
Yeah,
Fritz von Erichsen, the Hall of Fame.
And Colonel De Beers was on
Colonel
that
De
show.
Beers, renowned racist.
Was on that. I think Timmy,
Don't you
I
need
think you
Ed
did that show with us for some reason.
Wiskinski, the Polish prince from Mid-South.
Yes.
Same guy.
Look at that.
let's
Kamala
see.
got slammed, but he's getting his heat back.
Jimmy Garvin.
Is
Oh,
in the Hall of Fame.
He went in with the Freebirds, excuse me.
Yeah.
Um,
If you're asking, should he go in by himself? No, he should not.
Greg Gagne.
Hell
No.
to the no.
I think he should go in just so he has to wear this outfit.
Although his camo pants should, because they lasted a year.
Didn't he go in?
Did he?
No.
There's no way.
Okay.
When I gotta look, I'm gonna be furious if he's in the WWE Hall of Fame and the Crusher's not.
Is Baron Von Raschke? Well, who is this? There's Baron Von. Who? Why are they saving that fat piece of shit?
Again, I don't think you appreciate Crusher Blackwell.
I don't. He's a fat guy.
Greg Gagne is in the WWE Hall of Fame.
As what?
Oh, that doesn't count. They're calling him a member of the Hall of Fame because he inducted Vern.
No, he's not. No.
No.
He,
then he's
he
not.
inducted someone.
No. That doesn't count. That's like saying, Mark Lemke won the NL MVP one year because he handed it to Fred McGriff. Like, that's not how that works.
Was that Don Morocco?
I don't know who that is. What is Darren Staley's deal with Ronnie Millsaps?
He thinks I look like him. Had
Does
40
he have
number one
stock
hits.
in his album label? Like, what
Jesus
is
Christ.
going on?
I only know about Smoky Mountain Rain.
Like, let me tell you some more about Ronnie Millsap. Like,
Smoky Mountain Rain.
But like Ronnie Millsap, Tim does like to read Playboy in Braille.
in Braille. Oh, this is your main event.
Did Ronnie Millsap sing "Stranger in Your House"?
By the way, there's no
There's
one
a
left in the audience. It's
stranger
Stan
in my
Hansen and Rick Martel for the AWA World Title. This match lasts 2.5 minutes.
The upper deck is packed for this match.
I guess they've got it edited to close it with Flair.
Yes, it's definitely edited to close with Flair and TA. Even though I guarantee you the AWA World Title won't last. And again, it lasted 2.5 minutes. And there was when Harley Race came out, I forgot to mention this because I was so off put that the matches were out of order. So we have the AWA's first, big time event. I don't know if this was closed circuit. I know it was not pay-per-view, but it's their first big time event. Your main event is your world title in this multi-promotional match, and you go 2.5 minutes for a DQ, double DQ, is your finish.
I would have never thought that I would have never thought Rick Martel had this level of violence in him. I thought he was more of a finesse wrestler, not so much of a brawler, but he's going toe for toe.
Here's what I was thinking: is Stan Hansen would fucking murder him in a real fight
on accident.
Yeah,
he wouldn't even mean to. He just wouldn't see him.
Yeah.
So
Stan Hansen goes, "Oh."
I watched some of those lariats in Japan, and my lord, it's ridiculous. But
you know what he would say after he beat him? Teeny Wanger.
Teeny Wangers. I got to tell the story. I was gonna tell it during the Harley race match, but I forgot about it. It's batshit. So
Darren Stanley running down Ronnie Millsap's
did he still just
entire collection.
does Ronnie Millsap owe him money? Like, what is happening in the comments?
He owes me money. We went and saw him. He performed at halftime of the Dixie Nationals Rodeo here in Mississippi, and it was. I saw him in the '80s with Kenny Rogers, and he was he was horrible here. I mean, every song was the same cadence.
I mean, Smoky Mountain Rain's good. Stranger in My House, good song.
I was so disappointed with the Ronnie Millsap presentation.
He has 40 number one hits.
Who gives a shit?
Oh, he wasn't just on the country charts. He was trending the pop charts in the '80s as well.
God.
She Keeps the Home Fires Burning. Oh God, so good.
I really need you guys to hear this story. It is
Okay.
shit.
Go ahead, TJ.
So I was gonna say this during the Harley race match, but I forgot because we were doing whatever it was we were doing.
He just murdered Martel with that chair.
Oh, he's fine. So it's a plastic chair. So
That one is not.
that one was not. He just decapitated
He knocked
me
the
with a
fuck
folding
out
chair.
of him.
Like Martel's like, bro, this ain't Japan. I'm gonna need you to chill out. So
Oh, he hit him back. Fuck
no,
off.
that was shitty. That was shit. So Harley Race wrestled Martel for the AWA title at Wrestle Rock 86, which is our next big show. Race wrestled in the final AWA and ESPN show in a world title match against Larry Zbyszko in 1990. Little known fact. Here's AWA in a nutshell. AWA knew that was going to be their last show ever. They knew it was going to be the last defense of the AWA title. Does anyone want to guess? Does anyone want to guess the finish for the Harley Race Larry Zbyszko world title match, the final match for AWA television?
Double count out.
Double count out.
I got it.
Yes. It's your it's your last show, it's your last title defense, and you go double count out for your finish. If that's not AWA in a nutshell.
Can we get some history here? Because it really looks like Martel is beating the fuck out of him.
All kidding aside, Stan Hansen's legit. Martel ain't one to be messed with either.
But like that shit looked real.
Martel's when you were there with Stan Hansen, you better make it look real.
I thought
Otherwise,
Martel got pissed during the chair shots.
He might have.
Yeah, it looked like he beat the shit out of him.
Those
look like legit shots he's throwing at him.
Flabbergasted. Vern was just out of the dugout, so maybe.
Vern's like, hey, damn it, stop it.
Trying to make money, you two fucks. Get back in the locker room. You're going to kill my world champion.
Well, I said, Vern, what are you doing down there? They said, we heard it was a nappy dugout.
Did Darren Staley get on this just to talk about Ronnie Millsap? I don't understand why else he's here. He can't fucking see. The comment of the night, right there. Timmy, give us a time cue.
We are at 240, 57, 58, 59, 241.
So your
What
main
the
event,
hell else is on here?
Your main event's the only match left, and it is Ric Flair. Well,
The boss.
This is I guess what they perceive whoever made this video to be the real main event. Magnum TA and Ric Flair for the NWA World's title.
Well, let me tell you, Larry Nelson, I'm coming for you, Ric Flair. I'm going to come on you like I've never come on anybody before.
I'm going to come all over you.
He's got a tiny head, by the way. I just noticed that.
And his eyes are a little.
And here's Ric Flair. Larry Nelson, I just want to say, Hulk Hogan, I'm coming for you.
In 7 years.
Is that what he says?
No.
Oh.
Everyone, fantasized about this robe. I think this robe's hideous.
Yeah, I know. Conrad loves it.
I don't understand. It's
Fun
like
fact: Ronnie Millsap loves bukkake.
He'll never see it coming.
it's like a fern grew hair. That's this robe.
Yeah, I don't know why any woman
You
like
guys
this.
green
It
one?
is. It is fucking ugly.
Like in the wind, it looks like he's walking in sea kelp.
It's one of those wrestling.
It literally looks
uniforms.
like Charlotte standing next to Tiffany Stratton.
I need you to explain that. I don't get that.
All right, Tiffany Stratton looks hot. Charlotte standing next to her
Charlotte
does
looks
not.
like a Timu Bratz doll.
Yeah.
Aren't you like the Flair guy?
Me?
No, Dave.
Oh,
He's like, let me just pull
What
my whole
the
ass out
hell
and
just
sit on this
happened?
lady.
When she was standing up on that table wearing the Jengas and
She has lost too goddamn much weight.
Jinkos?
it looked like she's wearing Jinkos.
Jengas?
Incas? What?
Whatever. Yeah, she I'm not impressed with I mean, she's probably still a hell of a wrestler. I'm just
I gotta be honest with you. No, nothing brings me more joy than to see just the shitter box fans of wrestling on social media that aren't happy with anything. Just shit on the lack of a build up this year for WrestleMania, and then for WWE. Speaking with Tiff Stratton and Charlotte Flair, oh yeah, well you've been divorced 3 times, you ugly bitch, and then like now it's like the hottest feud.
and see, I believe this is all a work, and everybody's trying to
guaranteed.
Absolutely, it's
they're all trying to say
Guaranteed.
they're shooting on each other and they hate each other. And I'm like, I don't buy it because for one,
absolutely it's
if
a
you
work.
were ashamed of your 3 divorces, you wouldn't have gone on Sherry Shepherd's show talking about it.
And mind you, if it was a shoot, guess
Kaiser- Kaiser's
dick.
dick would have been cut off by now.
Well, allegedly the reason why everyone thought it was a shoot was because Tiffany rolled out of the ring immediately after she said it, which is what a heel would do. So
These two matched up so well, man.
Tiffany Stratton's not supposed to be the heel. Well, in this matchup, she is. They want Charlotte to be the babyface, whether or not you want it to be. That's what they want.
Would you say the I Quit match with Tully and Magnum really elevated, might have changed where you saw Magnum on the card?
Yes. It's also the greatest
cage. Like building up to it, you knew he was special.
Yes.
But I think that cage match was just another level.
It's also the greatest cage match of all time.
Oh, without a doubt.
A better question: do you think the car wreck really moved him down the card, or
what a dick? What a dick! That's just distasteful, sir.
God There's a line, Tim.
You know, if Ronnie Millsap had been driving the car that Magnum was in, Magnum would not have been kicked out of the ring because
you're right. He wouldn't have been in the car because he's blind.
Well,
he would have been on the bus.
I'm gonna guess Ronnie Millsap would have driven slower because he couldn't see.
No, they would have been on the bus or in a taxi or an Uber. Eye of the Tiger.
Darren, I ain't got no worries in my life.
He
does a hell of a version of I Got the Music in Me.
I forgot Ronnie Millsap was a person, and then the show happened.
Ronnie Millsap always hated buses.
And now... Why?
All right, yeah.
Why?
Darren, I need you to explain why he hated buses.
Was that where the bukkake happened? Was on a bus? And he found out and got upset. He's like, "It was what?"
I heard that him and Ray Charles were booked for WrestleMania 7. They were going to put him in the ring, and the first one that could find the piano could have it.
Well, no, they had to replace it with Martel and Jake the Snake.
Well, no, at WrestleMania 7,
match.
They were waiting to play their song at the Rose Bowl. No one told them they went indoors. They just thought it was real quiet.
They posted them up against each other, told one of them play America the Beautiful and the other one play Oh Canada.
They're like, man, this crowd ain't shit.
It was just real quiet.
Do you think they got nervous because of a big crowd, or?
By the way, I'm getting ready to take a sniff off of this Bullet Rye whiskey right now. Been saving this for the main event. Gentlemen, cheers.
Darren, why did he hate buses? I want to know.
to our first successful Ram Network watch along. Cheers.
Successful. That's
well, there's
one way to
67
put it.
people watching. I guess this is successful.
Well, by successful,
Well, there were
I mean,
11 when I
still-
got here, so yeah.
no, that's not true. And by successful, I mean we're still watching it, and we didn't
He
get
brings the ratings. Yeah.
Yeah, he brought 4 people with him, and all 3 were probably downstairs in the living room watching it still. So
We should ask the TNA Top 10 to do top 10 blind performers.
I can do that right here.
do you know what I would do? Because I'm an asshole. If you asked me to do top 10 best performers or blind performers, I would just put up a list that was empty.
I've got it. I've got my 5 already.
I couldn't see. Get it? Because
I've got my 5. Can we start?
Go ahead.
Top 5 blind performers. Number 5, Stevie Wonder.
He's gonna name a Major League Baseball.
Man, you've already
player.
fucked your list up, but go ahead.
Number 4,
Don
Ronnie
Dinkinger.
Millsap.
Who?
Ronnie Millsap.
Okay.
Number 3, Ray Charles.
Where are you going with 1 and 2? Stevie Wonder's got to be one of the 2.
He said that
Already
Stevie
said
Wonder was
Stevie Wonder.
5.
Where the fuck are you going from here?
Number 2, Angel Hernandez.
Don Dinkinger's going to be number 1.
Number 1, Darren Staley.
Darren Staley. He just listed Eddie Murphy for reasons I don't understand.
I would go 1 and 2 would be Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles.
Yes. Like, is Darren waiting for an airplane? Like, why does he have so much free time that he's just on here talking mad shit about Ronnie Millsaps?
So you don't think that people can enjoy our stuff so much they sit there and just keep commenting?
He's
Number 1, TJ Stephens, apparently.
just. I got 2 monitors. So I'm not a dumbass.
By the way, Terry Allen just cranking the armbar.
When was the last time you saw that move performed?
Chris Jericho
Really?
in 2000.
Yeah, I was saying it's not recent.
Armbar.
I saw it. Anthony Green do it to Steve Anthony a couple weeks ago.
Anthony on Anthony violence.
Tony Anthony?
Not Tony Anthony. And look at that. Magnum's throwing those punches. This looks so good.
New York Knicks legend Carmelo Anthony? I don't know who you're talking about.
Anthony Green versus Steve Anthony.
Anthony Green.
Anthony Green, the independent pro wrestler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Staley's right. I did miss.
What?
Stan Hansen should have been on that top 5.
Oh,
Stan Hansen wasn't actually blind, though.
yes,
Hey,
he was.
George,
Close
George
enough.
Weingroff was.
Like legit.
No.
He's admitted without his glasses, he didn't know what was going on.
Yes, technically he was legally blind, I guess, but he.
Hey, there was
Ask
a blind
Rick
wrestler.
Martel
Though.
what he thinks.
George Weingroff was blind
Yeah.
when he wrestled.
Ric Flair was blind when he put on this robe before he came out to the ring with.
He should have been.
Hey, I want the robe that has the
Junkyard
vagina
Dog
hair
was
on it.
blind when they put the Freebird hair cream in his eyes.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I want the bathrobe that's got the ginger pubic hair on the collar.
Chris Adams was blind and he managed to kill Gino Hernandez.
Ooh.
Like in real life?
Too soon, Dave. Too soon.
To be fair, those
Yeah,
were
Gino
cocaine
blinded
dealers.
Chris, and Chris was in an interview and said, "I'm going to kill you." And then like a week later, Gino was dead.
And you think it was Chris Adams?
To be fair, those were cocaine dealers.
Hold on, this is an interesting conversation because Dave's like a legit world class guy. Do you actually think?
No, but the talk around at the wrestling matches were like, yeah, I think Chris killed him for real.
Well, I heard that actual police reports were made because of that.
Yes.
This is why you can go back and watch a lot of wrestling from the 70s and 80s, and by today's standard, it sucks. But for crowd atmosphere, I would kill to go to any of those shows.
Yes.
Name me a random territory in the middle of fuck nowhere. Yes, I want to go.
The only place that you can still get that kind of crowd reaction that I can name right off the top of my head is Houma, Louisiana.
SCW.
I've heard Cornette talk about Houma, Louisiana a lot.
SCW.
I was told the first time I went down there that hey, these people only got one brain. They take turns sharing it.
Oh. SCW,
but I don't feel that way. I feel they are the greatest wrestling fans.
I don't know that you should have led with that. I think.
No, I'm saying that's what I was told.
Reverse that, and
no,
like,
that's what I was told.
By the way, I feel this way, and then someone said this, but you're like, nah.
No, I was told that immediately.
Stupid.
And a woman did try to kill me the first night I was down there.
This promotion still got it to the point they only had 4 Schenkens last year.
Nobody likes Louisiana.
But SCW is the wrestling school / promotion run by Merrick Brave and Tyler Black, aka Seth Rollins, and those crowds are fun.
Yeah.
That was the show. That was the promotion we were kind of sponsoring when we first started the show. We went to a couple of their shows. They were a good time. The last show we went to, right? JT
Dear Heather Reckless, I love you.
The last show we went to, somebody jumped in the ring and attacked the ref.
To be fair,
I had a woman come up to the rail and she said, "I don't know where they got your old ass, but they need to take you back there. I hope you fucking die." Yeah. And then she tried to come around the rails, and the security had to stop her.
No, he
I left during the main event. I made Stephanie go get my truck and pull it around back.
To be fair, Pondwater just looked at her and goes, "You obviously haven't seen World Class Flashback."
That's true. She got in the ring and attacked the ref, and I remember the overwhelming feeling in the crowd when that happened was why. Why did you attack the ref of all people? Like the match itself, it was good, but it didn't have that much heat to where I felt the referee needed to be attacked. I didn't understand.
That's a lot of heat for the
there was no belt on the line.
Well, it was just 2 guys. One too many calls.
There was one guy dressed as a motocross racer and somebody else. And
actually, Pondwater Dave paid someone to attack that ref just so
Billy.
One day he can be the only one.
Boy.
Can we agree that we're talking over the best match on this show?
I mean, I don't know. Little Tokyo put on a clinic earlier.
I think the Road Warriors and Freebirds were a very good match too.
Heat wise, yes.
I really enjoyed the Kamala and Fat Boy match.
Candy Divine, Sherry.
I was
a fight, man.
Sherry and Candy, I'd have to give the underdog match of the night, like the sleeper one. Referees are like the Creed of rock bands. You are reaching deep for that reference, my friend.
Oh.
Can we agree that Ric Flair's Space Mountain comment wouldn't go over here in Chicago because no one knew what Space Mountain was in Chicago?
No, they did. They just didn't care.
Yeah.
Well, no one in Chicago.
Rumor has it that Kerry Von Erich taught Magnum TA that backslide earlier in the locker room.
Well, let's clarify something, Timmy.
Darren Staley's out of Ronnie Mills.
In Chicago, he can get away with Space Mountain. If he went to Arlington Heights or Chicago Heights, or like where I live, it's probably a fart in church.
I saw a clip of him earlier. He was doing they were auditioning the Space Mountainettes.
I saw it too.
And then they had a shirt for Precious. I want to ride Space Mountain. And it's Precious on the back.
I bet she did. Wrestling was wild in the 80s.
And people will kind of forget too that in the Chicago area, which I technically live in Chicagoland, which they call the surrounding area, this is a burgeoning steel making industry. It's what I do. That's why I know so much about it. Chicago, fairly automotive in that market too. So like there's money to be made in Chicago here, even here in the 80s, and not to mention all the administrative jobs and finance and everything else. It's like these people could vacation to Disney even in 85.
Nah, I doubt it. Chicago full of bunch of pores.
Well, which is an interesting difference between Wrigley and Comiskey, is where Comiskey is here on the south side of Chicago. Maybe. You might
Bunch
be
of
right.
pores. Whole lot of pores.
You might be right.
Should have went with the Six Flags reference.
Aurora.
Look at it. Look at Rick putting the pressure on there with his foot on the second rope.
Six Flags in Aurora, not a thing here in 85.
He's going to do it again. Now he's got it on the bottom rope. Yeah, up. Referee's looking. Now he's grapevining the arm, trying to bring him over for a pin.
Biting his belly button.
And he's going to look at him on the bottom rope over there. Getting that leverage. Yeah, he's too
Which
far off
actually
of it.
doesn't work. Physics, not part of wrestling.
It's not important. It's the same reason why you grab the rope on an abdominal stretch.
Look at that. Look at that, getting that extra pressure on him.
Oh, do you know what else I love? Grabbing the manager's hand for leverage. Oh, good. I'm glad you grabbed 140-pound Jimmy Hart's hand. You're right. That extra torque. Really getting it right now.
This is a can that's all real beer in cans, Daddy.
What was the attendance here, by the way?
Just over 20,000.
Bullshit.
Actually, just short of 21.
Bullshit. There are 27 people here.
Timmy, they've been at this show now for 7.5 hours. Some of the people left.
They've literally spent their
There was
entire
13 matches.
Some of them.
13 matches on this show. You're not getting hot mustard right now, Darren. We got guacamole's next. Guacamole and then flaming hot Korean barbecue.
This is over 3 hours, as we call it today's show.
Right.
Standards. This is an AEW pay-per-view in 1985.
Yeah, we roast.
People went home and went to bed.
There is no way 20,000 people showed up for this.
20,474?
20,347. But they announced 25,000 at the show. That was the kayfabe number.
There ain't 10,000 people here.
There ain't. You're right. There was 20.
There
Double
ain't.
that.
No way.
I know it's not quite beach brawl where 11 people showed
It
up.
was 407.
To the Manatees.
Manatee Civic Center. 407 people showed up.
Manatee Preservation Society, whatever it was
But
called.
I do believe they kayfabed it up to 693.
Stop it. Please don't. And that's why we need to watch one of the UWF shows. They get Manatee Civic Center is not huge, but it's fairly big. Was it like 6,000
All
people?
right, no, we need to watch Beach Brawl simply because when they wrestle into the crowd, and it's like
There's no one there.
into the crowd, there's no
Who was
crowd.
it?
What are we
Was it
doing?
Cactus Jack and Snuka?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're hitting each other.
I'm going to watch it tonight on Wrestling Legends Network.
Gross. Why would you do that on purpose?
It's already 10:10 Central. That means it's 11:10 Eastern.
Yeah.
So they don't have enough business smarts to just shove everyone in attendance in the front seats. Upgrade everyone. They don't do that. So then they fight in the crowd. And they're like, yes, absolutely. Go in the bleachers where no one is. And Cactus Jack and Superfly Jimmy Snuka are just punching each other in the face up in the grandstands with no one around. Oh, there you go. Look at that pond water with a ticker. I didn't know we could do tickers.
Yeah. StreamYard, baby. You can do anything.
By the way,
I don't know what that means, but I don't like it.
no, hold
I'm
on.
uncomfortable.
Darren Staley with a good point here. Guacamole does suck.
I just put guacamole on my omelet this morning.
It's gross.
It's
No, it's
delicious.
gross. No,
Hey,
gross.
pond water, you muted, dummy. It's like having the other day.
You're wrong.
Pond water, you muted.
You're muted, Elder.
It's like having Dollar Bill Dave on this show.
My bad.
It's the
In
other
a world
day.
where you have your choice to be guacamole or salsa, you be guacamole.
No,
Yes.
I'd rather. be
100%. Guacamole, you can. Oh,
What was
guacamole
the
over
question?
salsa every day.
What was the question? I didn't
salsa.
understand.
I believe Darren Staley might be my spirit animal.
Man,
Can
this
someone tell me
referee,
the question?
this referee is dramatic.
Ronnie Millsap, no guacamole.
Can I
muted? Is anyone listening to me anymore?
can I go on record saying
I
that
hear
I
you,
think that
CJ, but I have no idea what's going on right now.
Aubrey Edwards don't have shit on this referee. This guy is
By the way, I'm
dramatic.
pretty sure the referee is Brad Reagans, but can you please tell me the question with the guacamole and the salsa? I didn't hear it.
Oh, I was saying that he said guacamole sucks.
Wrong.
Because
He's right.
it's another
And I told him
potato
that-
flavor.
If you could be guacamole or salsa, you'd be guacamole.
Yes.
100%.
No, wrong.
For one,
my
guacamole becomes from the exotic avocado plant. Well, if you're salsa, you're a tomato. Whoop-de shit. I'm a dirt.
Tomato that
Tomatoes are
by an
fucking
onion.
fabulous.
Shut up.
Oh, good. I get to spend my life with a dirt fruit and then get chopped up with onions. Like, I can't wait. Exciting.
I mean,
New
you don't
York
see people
City-
come up. They don't do table side salsa. They come
That's
and make.
correct.
They do table side guacamole.
Well, if you're at a good enough restaurant, they will.
No, excuse me. If someone walks up and says,
Yeah,
table
plug
side
this fucking
salsa,
blender up for me.
here's what you do. You slap that shit underhand out of their hand. Just
Here's how we
across the
make our
kitchen.
salsa. We got this blender, but we're gonna
Don't
hook it
even
up to
look
this
at it.
bicycle, and
Excuse me, sir. Would you like some of our
Pepe's gonna
fresh,
pedal.
would you like some of our fresh cilantro and salsa? Wham! Just out of their hand. Don't even say anything. Just knock it out.
I hate you guys.
Salsa, get the fuck out over avocado.
Oh my god. You fucking poor.
Uncultured swine.
Avocado tastes like fucking shit. It's
Delicious.
terrible.
So does Skyline Chili.
No, I had Skyline today. It tasted.
You had
fabulous.
Skyline chili pizza, and I wanted to shit your pants for you.
Oh, it's so good. So
Gold
good.
star.
He's like, "Oh, look at
No, all
that.
right. I will say
Yeah, this
we
chili
had
pizza." I was
Gold
like,
Star
wanna
when I was
drive
home.
to Timmy's house and shit
Gold
in his
Star.
bathroom.
I don't know what they've done. Gold Star, not in. Not
Magnum
in on
reverses the figure four. Flair gets to
What?
the ropes.
that. Guacamole is like ground up gross.
Your opinion
grass.
is like ground up ass, is what your opinion is.
Darren, you are wrong.
Ground up
You are
grass.
wrong, sir.
Darren,
Darren
I'm
is
in.
a Darren is a noted liberal.
Even Ronnie Millsap.
He's
can see how
protesting the
correct
price of avocados.
Darren is.
For one, if somebody named, I don't know, Marissa made your guacamole, she did it wrong.
Yeah,
You need
Yeah.
to do it.
she could have sliced
Again.
that shit and put it on toast for you in California.
A noted liberal.
My fa-
A
my
noted liberal.
my favorite Mexican restaurant here in town. No one that works there speak English. You want to know why? They know how to do the shit in there. They don't need to understand me. I just point at stuff on the menu. They're like, "See," and then they go make it.
I just pointed stuff.
Guac is the
Coca-Cola.
most liberal food ever.
I'm like, "I need the polo fillets," and they're like, "All right," and they just go see, and then just go make it, and it's perfect
Polo
every
with
time.
The guy riding a horse with a little mallet. The polo fillets.
I think it's pollo is how it's pronounced, but
Pollo.
Oh,
They're still wrestling.
yeah.
Yeah.
Again, if you go to a Mexican restaurant for Mexican food and you walk in and anyone that works there speak English, leave. It's gonna be ass.
Yeah. Pretty much. Unless they have a really thick accent.
Right.
Like they're learning
You
the
can
language.
get lucky and find one that can speak both, but it's rare.
Yeah.
I mean, the better their English gets, the lower their food rating goes.
100%.
There is a direct correlation. I have to feel the heartache in the food.
Gotta
And
be
they
able
use
to
the
go to,
actual
you need to go over to the jukebox and be able to play Ariba McIntyre.
By the way, Moose, as a fine Milford food aficionado,
Mhm.
I went to Copper Blue this weekend.
Copper
Okay.
Oswald
that
Copper.
was awesome.
Here we go. Here we
Yes.
go. Magnum's
Copper
lost his
Blue is
temper.
delicious.
Magnum's lost his temper. He's going to do all this punching. They're probably going to get disqualified.
So, Dave, before we end this, I need you to do me a favor because, again, we're 13 months away from Magnum ending his career, so he never won the world title. Who did Flair feud with between here and there to where Magnum TA never won the world title?
Nobody.
He was traveling.
Dusty.
Yeah. Like
Dusty early 86.
Well, let me rephrase the question. Does Flair hold the title between here and Magnum's accident?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah,
Well-
he's going to go through Dusty. Well, he's going to drop it. He's going to drop it for the summer. He's going to drop it for a couple weeks in the summer during the Great American Bash in '86.
Two.
Dusty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know eventually we would go to Nikita and then drop the title to Ron Garvin in '87, which still makes no sense.
But he also feuded with Ron Garvin pretty regular in '86.
Yes. Because that's how Ron Garvin earned his title shot in 87 is because they went back and said, well, Ron Garvin has the best record against Ric Flair.
And we had some Ricky Morton in '86 too, didn't we?
Yes.
Yep. Oh,
Great
God,
American Bash.
yeah.
Cage match.
And
First of all-
we may have got one of the Road Warriors in there a little bit too.
First of all,
Hawk.
$100
It was
liquor.
Hawk.
Yeah.
Well, because I thought they actually considered Hawk for the NWA title in the late '80s.
Oh, belly to belly,
Yeah.
and Flair kicked the referee.
No, let me rephrase. They thought if someone was going to break out from the Road Warriors, it was going to be Hawk. I'll phrase it that way. First of all, $100 liquor, Evan Williams Black Label, and I'm drinking Bullet Rye. This was literally $31. So no, I would. I'm not saying I would not.
$31 a pint. That's cheap.
Flair's busted open.
Eating guac and hating blind people. I don't know what I'm concerned now. Your fascination with
2
blind
handfuls of tats.
TJ, that sounds like a perfect Saturday. Me, you, guac, beers, talking shit to random blind people.
Fuck
If I
you,
could get
Ronnie
paid-
Millsap.
If I could get paid to sit on a random park bench and just drink rye whiskey and shit on people, I would do it in New York Minute.
Only if they're blind.
Well, that was a great finish. Magnum
It
had him.
was.
Flair got a handful of tats, rolled him back over, got 2 handfuls of tats. 1, 2, 3, stole
Flair
the
bleeding
win.
a good one.
I'd have been pissed off if I was in that crowd.
Well, no, but here's the thing, though, Timmy. It's the main event of this watch long. The main event of this show was Martel and Stan Hansen.
Yeah, but these aren't in order.
Yeah.
They're not in order.
I wouldn't have known what to think after the
The
Martel and
2.5
Hansen
minute
thing.
street
They're
fight.
like, why are they
Right.
fighting into the dugout?
I want.
But even go back and just look. The ringside seats when you got out of the crowd were empty. No one is there. Because you know what happens in Chicago in the end of September? It gets fucking cold outside.
But I think that was not a horrible show.
No, it wasn't.
I
No, it really
anticipated having the opportunity to shit on more matches on that show, and we really didn't. The action, I think
Larry
13.
Nelson
I
is-
think 13 matches.
He looks
13
drunk.
matches
He's
was a
like,
lot.
God damn it, I am so over this shit.
Larry Nelson's like, I am half in the bag. I just took a bottle of Sudafed. I don't even realize that my microphone's on top of my head. I'm talking to nobody right now.
But if I
But
could,
I'm Larry Nelson. I am pantsless shitting in this chair. And I will see you next week on AWA Superstars of Wrestling.
Well, I'd like to take some moment to thank everybody for joining us tonight.
Absolutely.
Oh
And,
my
and
God.
if you would,
We got a few more left in us this week.
our YouTube channel is called Two Shows, One Cup. It's my show, Talking Wrestling with Palm Water and Amy, and TJ and Tim's show, Drunken Pop.
Do we have a
combined-
QR code?
We've combined it so it's one-stop shopping. We don't have it on here. It's one-stop shopping.
I have it on her.
But go to pwdpod.com and that will take you to our YouTube channel. And if you would take a moment to subscribe, it will really help us out. Like and subscribe. Check out our content. We're putting out shorts. Go back and look at the archives. We're going to be putting more Drunken Pop archives. FFP archives are going to be on there. We're trying to build this channel, and we really appreciate your help in it. And if you want, over on patreon.com/Ram Network for $1 a month, all the bonus
It's
content,
amazing.
all the bonus content you shake a stick at, world class flashback, power of the pen, eras, a new generation, ringside replay, hard times and beyond, audience with the belt pope.
We got 2 Portland shows coming up.
Portland's coming.
Oh my God, Portland.
And I will be doing a Saturday night's main event retrospective.
I like how we do all these shows. And we're like, Timmy's here too.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? World Class Flashback, the most popular show on the Ram Network.
Yeah, that ain't even no bullshit.
Oh yeah, somebody who pays his $1 a month. It is well worth literally every penny you spend, because these guys put their time and their effort and their love into each and every show.
Every show is this, what we
Thank you.
just did.
I mean,
have
for
one.
$1 a month, we ain't doing it for the money.
No,
I mean,
That's correct.
hell, I was supposed to be on a show with Dollar Bill Dave, but my ass drug my feet, whatever.
I was going to say, we're so good. We offered a free one to Moose, and he said, no, I'm paying for it.
Yeah,
That's what he did.
yeah, I was like, well, life is life, and I'm just going to not think about it.
I'd much rather pay for it.
Yeah, and I'll pay for it. And him and Pyres killing it on Beyond
By the
Hard
way,
Time.
Anthony Pyrus is like the low-key, most improved player in our lineup right now. Pyrus is crushing it.
He's amazing. That's why he's my quote unquote wrestling dad.
I don't know if I like that.
I like my daddy. All right.
I love you, Darren.
But we're not, this watch-along theme, the week of WrestleMania, we're not done yet. We got more coming.
And my show, Tuesday night, me and Amy, talking wrestling with Palm Water and Amy. We're gonna have Brandon Turner on again. He's wrestling manager. He's gonna talk about his podcast a little bit, but we're gonna do WrestleMania predictions. We're probably gonna keep Brandon around for it. There ain't no telling who's gonna show up from the Ram Network. We could pile in and roundtable this thing, and we're gonna try to pinpoint and predict what's gonna happen next weekend at WrestleMania. And it's hard to we may make some fun bets. You never know. You never can tell.
Do you know what I'm going to predict right now from WrestleMania next weekend, because they've done it the last X amount of years in a row?
What's that?
People are going to expect one thing, another thing's going to happen. Everyone's going to leave WrestleMania with their brains shattered. It happened. They are the best there's ever been at booking a major show. They do it. I will be honest. I'm a little over the overbooking and the major star finishes. I'm kind of over that.
Yeah.
But I think because of that, I think Cena and Cody is just going to be a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I believe that.
On Easter.
On Easter. On the day of our Lord.
Yeah.
On the Lord's.
He kicked at it too, but Cena's not.
Okay, so
we'll listen to Ronnie Millsap as we go.
How
to
do
sleep
I go
tonight.
home from here?
Ronnie Millsap. There's a stranger.
Hold on,
in
I do have. You guys can't see it, but I can. We have more watch-alongs coming this week as we lead up to WrestleMania. We got the UWF coming. We've got Starrcade Night of the Skywalkers is coming. We've got a reunion arena from Dallas coming. And in
Christmas of 83.
the E3,
So,
in the words of on Instagram, our best longest fan, Jen So Vicious, best tacos are made in a bad neighborhood. He's Timmy C. He's Pondwater Dave. Thanks for joining, everybody. We'll see you next time later this week for the Ram Network.